to my channel, do I go? But I know that I was a mobile, I'm mobile. So I want my to my no, I do. To my wood, 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 you go.
Okay, welcome again tonight to the Print Double Show. Yeah, I got to take this hot right no professional tonight. Yeah. Welcome. Please share the show here tonight. I got one of the sons of our soil, the Honorable Isaac Ambassador Dr. Isaac Nyenabo is here tonight, and he'll be joining me from all the way Liberia. So please share the show tonight. Send the show everywhere. Share the show. Please share the show so all the Grandidians can come and listen to this man and hear what he got to tell the people of Grandida County. So please share the show here and make sure all our brothers and sisters come on here tonight to listen to the Honorable Man. Please do that. Honorable Isaac will be here with us for a couple of hours, and people can ask him questions after he explained about the Putu Mani deal. We will also be asking the Honorable Man tonight if he have any interest on the 2029, as we all know. All those things, all these questions. Come in with your questions. Come tonight. I will open the line and that you will call the Honorable Man and ask the Honorable Man. So tonight, please join me. Let us welcome the Honorable Man from all the way Monrovia. He will tell us what his location is. Maybe he's in another Honorable Man. When I posted the flyer, the funny thing, And people were telling me that the honorable man, I'm a Dodi, so I'm gonna be, you gotta be slow with the honorable man. Is your Dodi. The honorable, everybody's my Dodi, they're gonna be slow with that. So they don't work on the honorable man, Honorable Isaac, and Doctor Ambassador, and that made all these great positions he had. He served his people. I mean, from Grand Jita County. I don't know who had those positions before, but let us welcome the honorable man from all the way, my brother. Honorable Nyenabo, welcome to this show.
Thank you, Prince. It's my pleasure to be on your show. Since this is the first time, let me commend you for the kind of hard work getting our people informed about Liberia, about Liberians in the diaspora. So it is very, very important because information is very, very important to man's life. In the absence of information, there are doubts. There can be conflicts. So as a result of that, you've been doing extremely well. And let me greet all Grangidians and friends of Grangida in the diaspora in Liberia and in Grangida. As I begin, I think you have rightly introduced me. I'm Wehyee Nyenabo. Wehyee Nyenabo. I come from Wehyee County. But let me state for the record, my coming to this conversation tonight, I come to this conversation as the son of Wehyee County. I have not come to this the conversation because I belong to the ANC or CMC or Reconstruction Party or the Unity Party or the CDC. I come to this podium today with open mind and the knowledge that I have when I was in the legislature. At that time, when the Putu iron ore mining contract was ratified and began implementation, I was not a visitor to the Capitol building. I was not an observer. I was a principal participant in every activity in the legislature. So it is important that the knowledge you have, share with your people. The information you got, share with your people so that your people will be aware as these processes are about to jumpstart. Having said that, those who don't know my academic qualification, my experience in government, let me just summarize. I hold a bachelor degree in management economics. I hold 3 separate master degrees. One is in finance, one is in public administration, public sector management. One is in international relations with specialty one is in political science with specialty in international relations. I hold a doctorate degree in political science with specialty in international relations. So I have 5 university degree with experiences, travels almost all over the world, civilized country. In the academia, I taught the Cotton Graduate School from 2012 to 2014. I taught Zion University. Presently, I am an adjunct lecturer at the AMEU Graduate School in Monrovia. With job experience, I work at the National Bank, now Central Bank, as an assistant manager for foreign exchange and trade. I work with Agriculture Bank as vice president. I work with the Ministry of Finance as Controller General Liberia. in the Liberian Senate as senior senator of Grand Jide County, president pro tempore. I also serve foreign service, a Liberian ambassador to the EU. I'm in Liberia as we speak. So I think those are the summary introduction that I can make. So in order, when we get a green light, then we can just start the process.
Yeah. Thank you, Honorable, for all this introduction, and thanks for serving your people and your country. I mean, for a son of the soil, Grand Jide County, we are proud when we have our brothers or our sisters serving in this kind of a position. So as a former pro tem, fourth man in command of the Republic of Liberia, how long do you serve in that position?
I served very close to 3 years on that position.
As a president.
And yeah, 2006 to 2009, but disruption came in the middle. So I served very close to 3 years, but 9 years in the Senate before, I was appointed and commissioned, confirmed and commissioned to go to the EU and spend 9.5 years at the European Union.
Okay, so after your 9 years as senator, did you contest?
No, in fact, based on my performance at the legislature, I had 7 months for my 9 years to complete. In 2014, July 16, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, former president, nominated me as Liberian ambassador to the EU. So I was senator when I was confirmed in November as Liberian ambassador to EU. By February of 2015, I turned my chair over to A. Marshall Dennis. And then February, I left the country. I never contested for the second term.
Oh, okay, thank you. So you left, then you went to the EU, 6 years, Ellen 6 years, then we had 3 years or what?
No, Ellen 3 years, we are 6 years.
We got 6 years, okay.
Yeah.
So Wehyee came, then he recalled you. Okay, I got that. So I mean, that's a lot of experience, for somebody from our country who served in that role. I don't know. I don't know. I would say maybe young. I'm not a young guy, but I mean, I've never heard about Senate pro tem from Grand Jide County. So that's an enormous and impactful thing that you serve your county, and for 9 years, 3 years as Senate pro tempore, and 9 years as ambassador to the European Union. That's a great job there. But we're hearing these rumors that before we go into our Putu money thing, we're going to go to our main topic, the one we talked about. But we hear along the way, Dodi, we've been hearing all these noise. Let's say all these rumors that the honorable want to come back.
So
see the honorable on the 2029 ballot, on that ballot.
So Prince, what I want to distance myself with right now is to mix politics with this issue of the Putu iron ore that concerns our people. When politics,
they put money in politics.
Yeah, but let them know the story.
The politicians are the one that are negotiating the Putu money, honorable. So
I agree, but let them. But Prince, let them know the story. Forget about Wehyee Nyenabo for now in terms of politics. I come to this place. Other than that, it will be a campaign talking. Yeah. And then there will be sides. Then we will not see the reality.
We'll lose sight.
Because what is this guy talking for? And for what reason he is talking? So let's pause that a moment and go to the substantive matter.
To the Putu
because you see, one thing is that there are periods, the period of elections, the period of governance, and the period of campaigning. So why are we putting ourselves into pressure? So there is no need.
I got you. We will go, but we will still come to that question before we let you go tonight.
No problem, no problem. But let our people get the message.
I got a co-host, one of our sisters too from our county, Princess Pine. She's going to be my co-host tonight, asking one or two questions, particularly about
no problem. No problem
about the Putu money, and things, because she wanted to get to you and say, why was the name changed from Putu Mani from Jira Mountain, or she been growing up, all of a sudden it's Putu. So we'll get to that, and we hope that you will give all this information, because I can remember the time you served as your senator. That was the time that Putu, the Russian company, came in Bain, and all that contract was signed. So Princess Pine, welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is the honorable man, Isaac Wehyee Nyenabo. Can you greet the man so we can go into questions?
Welcome, my honorable man, Honorable Nyenabo. Sorry, I was a little bit busy at work.
Okay.
Thank you.
Princess Pine.
Yeah. So honorable, can you go into detail about this whole mountain? But first, we want to know why the name was changed. If there was changed with the law, the legislators, they want to change the name from Jida Mountain to Putu Mountain, or we been into the misunderstanding of even calling it Jida Mountain in the first place. Can you, because I remember 2010, you called a meeting. I was in Monrovia at the Grady Addison School there, but you didn't attend the meeting. It was postponed, and the next week I had to leave the country. So, but I know that you got good idea and knowledge on this whole mountain. So we'll give you some time, honorable man, to go in depth in this mountain. We got some videos too we're going to play here about that mountain, about the area of the mountain it is. So go ahead, honorable man.
Thank you very much. Yes, it's true. The first meeting that was scheduled, canceled, and then we continue at GW Gation for 3 successive times, and we set up a committee, in fact, to look at all of the documentation. So you still remember. Okay, so let me say this. It is important that we lay the foundation of this Putu iron ore mining company. We lay the foundation from the historicity part of it, and then we lay the foundation from our benefits as people of Grand Jide. Then we lay the foundation of where we are today. Then there will be suggested, recommendations that will be coming in. So let's look at the historicity. In 2005, a parent company called Mana River Iron Ore Limited registered or incorporated, as a company, a mining company in Seychelles. Seychelles is in East Africa. It's an island state in East Africa, the Indian Ocean. It's part of the African Union. They speak English, French, and Creole. So this country, Seychelles, is where the Mana River Iron Ore Limited, got her lesson. And when the company came to Liberia, it took part in a bidding process. At that time, it was Jide Mountain. So when the company, the Mana River Iron Ore Limited, succeeded and won the bid in 2005, it decided to form partnership. So it was fronting for other companies to come. So how do we get the partnership? It needed companies, because the lesson, when it won the bid, the lesson that was given to Mana River Iron Ore Limited was exploration lesson. So when they gave the exploration lesson, you needed a company to do the exploration, and you need to fund them. So then, Severstar, Russian giant company from Russia called Severstar Mining, decided to join Mana River Iron Ore as a executing company. So then Mana River Iron Ore became parent company. So they needed another company to come in as owner. So they also brought in Lebeca Holding BV. Lebeca went and paid Oral Africa Limited to do the exploration and paid 30 million upfront to do the exploration. So there are three companies that make up one. So, but Severstar hold 77.03% of the entire Putu Iron Ore. So there is a major shareholders. The rest of the 22.79% and 97% belongs to different people, including Lebeca, including Mana River Iron Ore. So when Severstar has a controlling, it has a controlling shares. So what they decided doing, and it is Severstar Mining that was executing the whole mining process. So Severstar decided to say, okay, so long the location, the direct location in the administrative district here is Putu, and the mountain is here. So instead of us saying Grand Chile Mountain, we say the Putu Mountain because of the location. So Severstar decided to say Severstar Putu Iron Ore Mountain. How do we find these things? The Mineral Development Agreement, called the MDA. You will hear me saying MDA. It means Mineral Development Agreement. The Mineral Development Agreement on page 8, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. So then, the owner became Lebeca Holding BV. The parent company became Mana River Iron Ore Limited. And the Mana River Iron Ore Limited are Liberians that, registered the company in Seychelles and then took part in a bid and brought in investors like Severstar, and Severstar named it Severstar Putu Iron Ore Mining. So then it became, when it became Putu Iron Ore Mining, based on its location, because Severstar has the controlling voice. It has 77.03% of the shares. So then it has the controlling voice. So now, when the exploration by 2010, the exploration completed, and exploration is about, okay, let us check. You want to enter the house, but then you bring experts, and to check which one, whether damages occur before you come in to enter, and check the doors, check the windows, and all those things, and do the clear evaluation or appraisal of the place. So they did an exploration by 2010. You will hear me saying IMCC. IMCC is the Interministerial Concession Committee. Interministerial Concession Committee. The IMCC is responsible to look at foreign direct investment in terms of natural resources and investment in the country to allocate. And a key people on the IMCC, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Justice, NIC, Lands, Mines, and Energy at the time. Lands, Mines, and Energy now is Mines and Energy. The lands is different. So these people participated, and by 2010, June 4th, the IMCC has signed the MDA, the Mineral Development Agreement. Now, when they signed the Mineral Development Agreement, they took the Mineral Development Agreement to the president on the 2nd of September 2010. On the 3rd, the president signs it and sends it to the legislature. The legislature ratified it on the 9th of September 2010. But what is in the MDA? First, the lifespan of the MDA is from 2010 to 2035, which is 25 years. The Mineral Development Agreement for Putu Iron Ore, 25 years. Every 5 years will be period of review because there are changes that can take place. After 5 years, there are some changes that will occur, some economic, social, cultural changes, that will occur, and some environmental and others. So as a result of that, it was enshrined that, after every 5 years, let's do a review. How do we find this? You find it on page 9, article 3. So now, after we have settled down on the Putu Iron Ore now, with the question that you asked, so let's look at what is in this agreement, specifically for Grand Jide, because there were 3 counties. There are 3 counties that are connected to the agreement. Grand Jide holds 60%. Sino holds the port, and Wehyee holds the rail where the iron ore pass, after the rail is completed. And so as a result of that, Grand Jide that holds the mountain, takes 60%, and Sino has, I think, 25%, and then Wehyee has 15%. But I will go into that conversation later, but let's focus on Grand Jide. So we are coming from bottom to top. What is in the agreement? In the agreement, they got a resettlement package in the agreement. What is a resettlement package? Firstly, if you look on page 49, article 7.1, and 33, article 5.6b, you will see it. The resettlement is the people, the villages and towns that are connected to the operation site, which is Tiaman Town and the nearby villages, that because of the operation, the blasting and all of that, there may be environmental issue, there may be health concern, the water, and every other thing. As a result of that, it is the responsibility of Putu Iron Ore to relocate them, find a conducive place, do the normal processes by acquiring the land, pay for it, and then resettle them on that land. So now it is Putu Iron Ore responsibility. The second thing that in the arrangement is the arrangement of the road from Zoedru to Greenville to be paved. How do we find it? We find it
when you mean pave, yes, dusted.
Whether paved. No, not lateral something, not the one that it is right now. I'm talking about real pavement. But it's not 1 year.
Let's bring it down with quota.
Yeah, because and the estimate that it took was that from where Putu Iron Ore from Diamond Town to go as far as Mount Nima before you go to Bikana, that more than 200 kilometers. But if you take it from Putu and then go straight to Greenville Port, it means that 100 kilometers, and you 200 plus kilometer and 100, you prefer 100. So how do we find it? We find that the pavement from Zoedru to Greenville, we find it on page 43, as I said. You will see article 6.5. So that's one of the benefits that are also there. Benefits in terms of local employment. It is stated.
No, honorable, 1 minute. I want to cut you off here. You're talking about paved roads. The road they're going to pave.
Yeah.
Is it they come and do a greater and pass, or they're going to face it quota, like I'm driving from Morovia to
They say whether, I'm not an engineer. They say whether pavement.
But you were on
so whether pavement or quota.
You were on the committee. You saw how people in other countries, when they're taking resources like Cote d'Ivoire, how they fix the people roads and build things.
No, let me make the correction.
Was it a paved road?
No, Prince, let me make a correction. I was in the legislature. I was now on a committee.
Yeah, but you are from Grand
I
Jide.
need the members. I
Senator
need
from
the members. I need the members on the committee. I said the Minister of Finance, the Minister of Justice, NIC chair, Minister of Lands, Mines, and Energy. I didn't say I'm on the committee.
No, but I mean,
I have
okay,
no,
all right.
I have knowledge of the whole process because it comes from accounting and I was concerned.
Yeah.
So every time I go to Putu Iron Ore, every time I go to the IMCC and say, what is it? What is going on here? I need to know. Because the issue of Bombing Hills, where mining company was there, and at the end of the day, nothing was achieved.
Yeah.
That was the historical case study I was checking.
Okay.
You saw bomb mines. So nothing suspected.
Right now, as you speak, the B Mountain are extracting billions of dollars.
Very good. Very good.
The people living in mud houses, they are using our
Very
roads
good.
to transport those things. The roads are deployable that they are using.
Very
And in
good.
their contract,
So-
they say they're going to build railroad. The railroads are not built yet. So my question to you, as an honorable man who served your county at that time, called meetings. I remember you calling meeting. I went to one of the meetings. I said, but I did not attend because that meeting was canceled. And the next week I had to leave. So you call meetings, you told your people. Now these people say they're going to build roads. What road were they going to build?
I'm saying paved road. So I just, you will keep your questions because we haven't gone anywhere yet on benefits. So when you start asking questions, you will get the audience confused.
Okay.
I said paved road from Zoedru to Greenville.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Okay. 2-lane paved road. 2-lane paved road. So when you look in the MDA, you will see it. So in the MDA, look on page 43, Article 6.6 and Article 6.7. You see? So it's a 2-lane paved road. That's 100 kilometers, which is less than 75 miles. So it's like Morovia to Bombing Hills.
Okay.
So short distance.
Yeah.
You see? So what else in the MDA? I talk about the local employment. They said in the MDA, it is enshrined then that the 10 top positions, the first 10 top positions, the first 5 years, 30% will be occupied by Liberians. After 10 years, 70% will be occupied by Liberians. 10 top. How do we find it? We find it on page 154, Article 11.1. So that's another one. In terms of procurement, purchases of goods and services, it is stated in the MDA that Liberians will be given 60% advantage to do procurement. How do we find it? We find it on page 57, Article 12. Then another benefit, they say 100,000 is placed in a account of Putu Iron Ore. That is for mining, geology, and engineering students to apply, but Grand Jide takes preference. But the students are dependents of the employees that from Grand Jide that take the preference. So if you are employed with Putu Iron Ore, then your dependents are qualified to apply. How do we find it? We find it on page 56, Article 11.3. Then we are still going upward. In the document, it is clearly stated on page 52, 8.1 and 8.2 on local development. Local development, they said that the first from 2010 to 2017, Putu Iron Ore will release, and this is where our concern should be very substantively. They said from 2010 to 2017 in the MDA, it says that Putu Iron Ore will release 15.75 million, 15,750,000. The 15,750,000, 60% of the 15,750,000 belongs to Grand Jide.
70%?
And 60%.
Okay,
And 60% is 9,450,000. From 2010 to 2017, 15,750,000 will be put for the 3 counties, but Grand Jide 60%, and 60% is 9,450,000. In 2010, it is also enshrined in the agreement that in 2010, immediately after the signing, 500,000 will be placed in a account for the 3 counties, in which Grand Jide received 300,000. That is 60%. In 2011, 1.2 million was placed in the account, in which Grand Jide received 750,000. In 2012, 1.5 million was placed in the account for the 3 counties, in which Grand Jide received 900,000. In 2013, 3 million was placed in the account, in which Grand Jide received 1.8 million, meaning that for 2010, 11, 12, and 13, Grand Jide received 3,750,000 at the period of Chris Bailey 2 years and Peter Solo 2 years. So you find out now that the 9.5 million it's supposed to roll up to 2017, but why it did not roll up to 2017 and stop to 2013? In late February of 2014, Russia invaded Ukraine. When Russia invaded Ukraine, Russia invaded the peninsula of Ukraine, a part of Ukraine called Crimea. When it invaded by March 18 of 2014, Russia has installed municipal government there already. America got vexed and put a sanction on Russia. NATO got vexed, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, that the military wing of EU and other partners from the West. So they're the one, they put sanction, the EU put sanction. As a result of that, if you are doing foreign direct investment, you bringing in, you are there for trade and foreign exchange. So in the sanction of America, nobody must do business with Russia with financial. So if we are putting iron ore operating, it means they're supposed to bring money here. And there is a caveat that you don't do, anybody who does business with Russia, then they'll put sanction on Liberia. So Pudu iron ore went into closure because of Russia. Silver Star Pudu iron ore country government invaded another country.
That was 2010.
Pardon? In 2014.
Yeah, 2014. Yeah.
Yeah, 2014. 2010 is about MDA.
Yeah, 2014.
So the same
all operation stopped.
Yeah. So, but it did not stop our money, and I'm coming to it. So we already received 3.75 million.
The county.
The county. So let me say this. Let me say this.
US or Liberian that.
Pardon?
We're talking US here, man.
United States dollars. United States. So if we were talking about the whole deal of Pudu iron ore, how much grant they supposed to receive for the 25 years? Let's come to it first. So I told you from 2010 to 2017, we got 9.45 million, which is 9,450,000 we're supposed to receive, but we received 3.75. That's why I was giving breakdown. Then 18 years from 2018 to 2035, that 18 years, we're supposed to receive 32,400,000. So if you add the 32,400,000 plus 9,450,000, you got 41,850,000 in total, whether rain or sunshine, for the 25 years. But in that 41,850,000, we already took 3,750,000 to 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013.
So Robert got 38 million and change.
Then we got 8,100,000 remaining. But we're not stopping that far because we reached 2030 year. So from 2014 to 2025, because you can't say 2026 because this is April.
2026
yeah. So 2025, how much now when Pudu Iron open we after next or next month or 2 months from now, how much we need to demand from them to say put our money on the table? Let's do the math. 2014, because 2014, 15, 16, and 17, they fall within the 15.7 million. So it means gradually 60% of 225 million, we will receive 1.35 million. 1,350,000 for 2014, 1,350,000 for 2015, 1,350,000 for 2016, 1,350,000 for 2017. When you add 4 of them, 1,350,000 times 4, you're going to get 5,400,000. Now, from 2018 to 2035, it is stated that we will get 1.8 million, 1.8 million, 1.8 million, but we're not going to 35. We're stopping to 25.
25, yeah.
So 25, we stop into that 8 times. So 1.8 million times 8, that 14,400,000.
Oh, wow.
If you add 14,400,000 and 5,400,000,
wow, plus the 5.4 million.
Plus the 5.4 million, you get 19.8 million. So when the people come tomorrow and they say, we're ready to open, I will come to that conversation because there is a commitment, there is equity, and I'll give you the citation on that. Then it means they need to put in their bag and say, Grand Jida people, yeah, 19.8 million, yeah.
8 million.
Yeah.
Prince, are you listening?
Yeah.
That's a lot of wood.
You can decide what you're doing. But this is the 19.8 million in a bag because no negotiation. But I'm coming to that area. So maybe people might ask, how will get the money now? So I will answer it.
So there's a new company coming in. They will take the liability of the former company?
No, let me deal with the benefits. When I finish with it, I finish with outside, then I come to the current affairs.
All right, go.
Good. So when people ask tomorrow and say, well, they say the company coming, but November, everything starting or December. So how much grant you are going to get now? We're going to get 19.8 million.
Our lawmaker know these things?
Don't play politics, Prince. I told you I come as Isaac Nyenabo from Grand Jida.
Honorable, you are a politician. Lead that thing.
No. We must not moderate this conversation. Please,
So
your audience.
I want to know, Honorable, if our lawmakers, our people know about this money, this kind of thing. These are
Okay, get right your question. Get right your question when I end, then you ask me.
All right. I got it. Look, my paper foot.
Yeah. So Prince. Yeah, Prince, be mindful that I'm a diplomat.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So I'm a diplomat. And yeah, so just be a little mindful on that. Yeah. So 19.8 million. Okay. But their company that coming now, they're going to change the MDA or they and us or they and government will rewrite MDA. No. That is same MDA from 2010 that went to 2035. The only thing here is that they call it chain of custody. If you are leasing a place and for some reason, for 1 year, you finish paying your lease, you spend 9 months there, and then you decided I'm moving from the States and I'm coming to Liberia. But then you have a friend who should spend the last 3 months there before they turn the key over. You will only call the landlord and say, well, I'm moving to Liberia. My friend will be here for 3 months. After 3 months, you will turn the key over. When the 3 months finish and you want to renew, then you can sit down and do your contract.
Yeah, new contract.
New contract. That's what they call chain of custody. So it's now a new MDA that we're going to look at. The only thing, we're going to look at is that the MDA that I'm stating now, giving the citations. What will be our role? Our role is to demand compliance with the law. So, what law that protects us to say compliance? If you look at page 29, Article 5.4, it speaks about equity. And what equity means? Equity is the amount of money that the owner of the assets will be paid after selling it, and any debt associated with the assets will pay off. So the man who coming now for the last 9 years, he will pay the man, and that's why you were talking just now. He will pay the company. Will sit down with Service Star, and Service Star will say, these are the investment I made. These are my obligation, and they will pay. If you, and the equity we're talking about, the owner of the house, he worth the house 200,000. But then the house in America, it got mortgage on it, and the mortgage is 50,000. So the equity, home worth of that house is 150,000, right? Because you got to pay the mortgage.
Yeah, you gotta pay the
on
mortgage.
the house. Yeah, so you got to deduct 50,000 on the mortgage, and then the equity home worth is 150. That's what we are saying. Equity in itself is the share that you have. So basically, that's it. Now, in terms of royalty, that one is government.
Yeah.
So basically, let me summarize on it. Benefits, we talk about the employment, but then they say Liberians, qualified Liberians. First, top 3 out of 10. Second, top 7 out of 10. But qualified Liberians. In terms of the scholarship, that the people who work into the mines, they are dependents that come from Grand G there. Will take preference with the 100,000 to learn engineering, geology and mining. The pavement of the road, 2-lane road, is from Swedru to Greenville. Then, in the local development, as we speak to you today, if they were ready to pay, they will pay on 19.8 million. Because we already took 3.75 million. So they will pay on 19.8 million. So the community that are affected in keeping the arrangement, they will be resettled. They will be, and their land, to secure their land, it is the Putu Iron Ore that will secure the land, go through the normal process. They can't say, no, we are Putu Iron Ore, so you get all the land free. No. Or government say, you take it this and that. If you have your land, your private land, they will negotiate with you. So this is what is in the Putu Iron Ore agreement. Again, how do we be sure after equity. Yeah, there's another provision called investment commitment. The capital expenditure and all the other things that are involved. If you look at page 38, Article 6.1 is also enshrined. So it means that not one article that protect us that will get our money, but there are a lot of articles in the MDA that protects us for us to get our money. So they know it and we know it. The only thing is we have to be prepared because that's foreign direct investment. We have to use our international connections. We have to use all of our connections, our expertise to make sure that we secure that. You saw the metal steel prior to the expiration, they are renewable, but you saw how the Namibians came together to deal with it because the first agreement did not satisfy them. So they have to push upward. In the agreement, in the MDA, they say for the iron ore, 4.5% of the ore, royalty will go to the government. They say if they find gold there, 3% will go to the government. If they find diamond for commercial purpose, 5% go to the government. Because when they are that Putu iron ore, when you look inside, there are a lot of things that are going to be there. I don't know. But this is in the provision. So after finishing with Putu iron ore and benefits, where are we now? Let us know where we are. In 2000, from 2018, 19, 20, 21, all the way to 2023, the government of Liberia under George Weah made series of attempts to make sure that the Putu iron ore issue is resolved, that people go back to work. Bidders came, they went through the processes, and one company they call IOG, it's an acronym, but the IOG means Iron Ore Group. And who we can identify by that Iron Ore Group that is Due Mason. Because the other people, you don't know them, but when you hear Due Mason, you know. Yeah, so it's Due Mason. So Due Mason was giving the provisional clearance. And he got the memorandum of understanding with government.
Due Mason, yeah, from the 80s. I heard about it.
IOG. So when he got the clearance, memorandum of understanding to go and negotiate with Silver Star Putu iron ore people, they negotiated for 4-5 years, no solution. So the memorandum of understanding expired. In 2024, when the new government came, 2 of our lawmakers flagged the situation. They want to know the status. And that's another, oversight. That's another representation. So Marie Johnson and Jacob B wrote, but they were not taken seriously. Then 2025, Representative Jeremiah Kaosokan took the realm of chair on lands, mines, and energy in the House of Representatives. Then he wrote, he did not just stop that far, he decided to cite all relevant committees. And these people here, Minister of Justice, Minister of Finance, NIC, Lands and Mines, you can't tell me, I don't know what going on here. So the House had a hearing, and it drew the government attention. When it drew the government attention, you saw in the annual message, the president of Liberia, Joseph Nyenabo II, His Excellency, went and mentioned in the annual message that the issue of Putu iron ore will be dealt with. So then the process started in 2025. 8 companies applied. By the time they go into August, 3 companies were selected to go to final, to select one. The company of Planet One, the company of IOG again, it came back and it went through the process. Then the company of AMRO, which is Africa Metallic Resources. So when it got there, and let me state for the record, to identify the people of Planet one of the sons of Kunembo District is part of Planet One. I think you know John Uwote.
Yeah, I know him.
Okay. So he's part of Planet One. To identify ROG, you already know Due Mason. To identify AMRO, you heard about Abdallah Sharif. So he's also part of the AMR. So then they went for final. On the 20th of October, the government of Liberia gave a clearance to AMR that you won the bid. Go and sit with Sylvester so you will do the change of control. November and into December, they did memorandum of agreement in which Joseph Minister, NICO, Lens and Mile, they all signed as back agency signing for the government, and the company AMR and its group signed, and that agreement was probated and notarized. The lifespan of that agreement is 3 years if nothing happened. So they hold the agreement. When they hold the agreement, they went to Silver Star now to negotiate. Conspiracy theorists, the devil got in the middle. So then, when they go for negotiation now, Silver Star say, wait, I'm still observing you. I'm doing like this. I'm doing like this. So, but in actual sense, it must be those who allegedly, those who did not win, but they didn't file protest, but then they went to Silver Star to suppress the AMR of taking the deal. So when the president got to notice it, the president first, allegedly, the president's concern is that AMR won, government of Liberia signed the memorandum agreement already. Let AMR agree with the people, let the people start. But then at the same time, you got big powers in the government, they're looking for their own interests. That can't be done. Somebody got to find small meat to eat.
We're talking 19.8 million.
No, I'm talking about who's supposed to do the chain of custody that will take over Putu Iron Ore now and a start for operation. The man you left in a house, that's what we're talking about. The landlord said the man too short, so I don't want for you to flee in a house. That's what we're talking about. So now, the contract is in the hands of AMR. The president looks at it and says, Vice President, come and intervene. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They are going almost 1.5 months now. We haven't heard anything. Let me see the conspiracy theory. These are not facts, but these are things you can check the devil in the details.
Okay.
Apparently,
yeah.
In the government, they got group. There's a group that's supporting AMR, there's a group that's supporting Planet One, there's a group that's supporting ROG. So they want their own interest. So as a result of that, they must have influenced Silver Star, Putu Iron Ore to say, when they want come, don't agree. That's the catch-22. That's where government is situated right now. How did you get it? I didn't get the information from Liberia. I got the information, all of the information I'm giving you tonight, they came from external sources, and they are undebatable. They are unchallenged. You can't debate them.
They are undebatable, unchallenged. These are facts.
These are facts. That's why I'm giving you pages. That's why I'm giving you the scenarios. So those scenarios are where they are trapped, but they are the bigger picture, the bigger people in the government, they cannot expose that. But what my insistence is that the people of Grand Jide has to be on elect, because that's not cow meat they want to share. You know, when the reason you miss that meeting that we have first, and you left. Second and third meeting, I briefed the people that there are issues that have problem with the IMCC and the government. And as a result of that, I needed to resolve the issue. One of the issues was, in as much as we divide the money 60% for money, then employment, it must be 60% from Grand Jide, qualified like Grand Jideans. The youth employment, it must be there. Then the local businesses must be empowered in Grand Jide. Then the value added. If you're taking the iron, what are you producing here to create market and create the employment and move economic migrants to Grand Jide? Those were my issues. It took, we battled for almost 2.5 months. And they said, my man, you alone, man. So we're going to push you aside and go.
You alone?
So, pardon?
You said you alone? You got what, 5 from Grand Jide?
I'm saying those are issues that I push for 2.5 months. I'm not saying I don't. It is not you who reminded me how many people come from Grand Jide that are senators or representatives that time. I'm speaking for myself. So don't remind me. But I'm saying, when you heard that Isaac insisted and he did not sign the Pudu Iron Ore agreement because those things were not clearly stated, that Grand Jide in terms of employment, the youth, 60% of Grand Jideans must be in. The local businesses in Grand Jide must be in. Even in terms of purchase and procurement, they say 60% of Liberians. But we want to strengthen the locality of where the businesses come from. So now, what are the recommendations? The recommendations are, one, that immediately the company that's supposed to, start the process, we assume, is the AMR. When it comes in, the people of Grand Jide sit down for compliance. And for the past 15, 20 years, we have not looked at we have not done the revision that is enshrined in the MDA. So therefore, they have to give us space because of the situations, economic, social, cultural, changes that have taken place. So therefore, we may do some recommendations for review. So those are some of the things. But in order for you to deal with these conglomerates, these international firms, foreign direct investment, you need people who have the international might. It's not going to minister, we come to your door here because we want some money and the people now want to give it to us. That's not it.
Okay.
You need people who will talk from behind them.
Yeah.
So that's why I decided to bring it to the Crown people, because I did it in 2010. We had a meeting, we set up committee, Dwe Bole, Fine Wallow, you ask them, they will tell you, Wehyee, and we had about 13 members committee, and it went through the whole process, but because of that Russian invasion, the revision was not held. Those good ideas were put in place. So the only space we got now, if they say no, we are doing revision, then at 2030. That's in the law. So that one is now a request. So you have to do it. But we need to start pressing ourselves, getting ourselves alert, so that the same way Nima County did, and when they went to the whole discussion, they put in lot of things came for them, for the county. In fact, I observed that some of the things, some minimum was increased. So basically, that's why it is. So this is a summary that I have for you. This is the status that I got, and I want for us to interact. Any question you have, any comment, then we can work it through. The information that I have, I'll be able to get to you. But let me issue the disclaimer. I don't have all my information are not from Liberia. In fact, before the show ends, Prince, I will send you the MDA. And the way you went to look at the MDA, you know that it's not programmed from Liberia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Honorable. Thank you very much for all the explanation you just gave us and all the information. But a lot of information that people didn't know. I saw my own man, Jaru Double here, talking about my senior man, talking about the information, the open. There's an eye opener. You just gave us an eye opener here, the information to Grand Giden. So we're gonna have an interaction with my co-host, Princess Pine. For that, then I will put the link on there and put the number for people to call. And people might call from everywhere to ask you. If you agree with that, we will open the line. If you don't
100%,
we will not open the line. But the level if you want to open the line, we'll open the line. And Princess Pine,
anything that will be convenient for you. I'm a property of the people of Grand Giden.
Okay.
You know, so anything Grand Gideons want, that's what I will do.
All right. Thank you very much, honorable. Ambassador, honorable. These are big positions our brother had in Liberia, serving his country, his county, and the people of Liberia. Princess Pine, you listen to the brother lengthily. He explained. He gave pictures and document numbers, articles. Any question for him?
Yes. Thank you, Honorable Nyenabo.
Honorable Nyenabo, the NDC go.
Yeah, but my generator will soon come on. Forget it. The
NDC go.
You put my generator on quick.
Thank you so much for your time, and the explanation was necessary. Everything was on point. But I have a question for you before I ask. I want to ask Prince to play some of the video of the people houses.
All right.
Yeah, this is a video from the spoon here. This is the Tiaman, the area that they got.
Tiaman.
And I think Princess will ask the question. Go ahead, Princess. This is one of the.
So this is one of the houses. House is that 2 houses?
That's a video. Oh, okay. 2 houses. What a digging! What a millions and billion. These are where the people living. Currency the Spoon Network. This is our own son and my own Dodi also. This is Diamond and what's his name? So that's where Princess, where they're gonna dig those things from. The mountain is located right there.
Okay.
Why a question?
So, sir, as I was listening, I wrote down some questions here. My first question is, do you have any intention of contesting come 2029 the senatorial election?
The honorable wants to put that question at the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so let us deal with the mountain now.
I can ask my question. Dodi, are you listening?
I'm listening very well.
Okay. So my second question that I wrote down here.
Ask the man the question the right way.
Yeah,
I'm listening.
Okay, my second question
I can't see myself because
I can see you.
Working on the generator.
We hear your voice.
I can see you. I can hear you clear and loud. So my second question I wrote down here for you. When you were in the Senate, Russian investor came to mine the Putu Mountain in Grand Giden County. Senator, what did the people of Grand Giden County actually get out of the deal? Did they get roads, jobs, schools, or hospital? What did the money do for the ordinary people living in and around that area?
So, Honorable, the question is very easy. The guy money for 4 years before the war started.
And I explained everything.
This is the
because I heard you mention millions of. Prince, hold on. I heard you mentioning millions of dollars during your term, and Actually, if you look at Grand Judea today, I'm not seeing anything, for somebody to point to say, yeah, this was done, this was done, this was done, all the millions that me I just heard. So I
Okay.
just want to know, this is a simple question. I don't mean harm. I just want to know.
Please give me 1 second. 1 second.
Okay.
The Honorable 1.8 generator also will gain one question. While we wait for the Honorable, we're going to play that video from Spoon Network. That video from Spoon Network, we're going to play this video here. This is where the guy worked for 3 years, the company. Look at the building. Look at our people. We know we live in the West. When they are mining things from Israel, when they say they discover oil somewhere here in America, the people there, they have the people life blaze. They bring Kroger's, they bring Walmart, they bring business there for the people to say, and they build houses for the people. But this is where the money, the Russian company was mining, and this is where our people live. They kind of getting water from the zinc. There will no reservoir in that area. Our people living in real. Look at the area. This is the Tiamat.
Okay, so
because of so many reasons,
I'm back now.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, the lady wanted to know because she saw the video from Tiamat yesterday when Spoon went there. So the 3 years these people been doing this thing, they put in an agreement, they will build this, they will do this, they will do that. What have people benefited from that? From the company 3-4 years they were operating. Did they build school? Did they build hospitals? Did they build businesses and things for our people over there? So our people's lives improved? That's the question I wanted to know.
I was very clear. Let me respond. I was very clear when I said the 4 years. I'm not speaking for the executive because the superintendent and people, they are for the executive for the local government. It goes to their account. So I was very clear that 3,750,000 were received during the period of Chris Bailey and Peter Solo. So it is them. You must ask now, what did they plan? Because I don't want to lie, because I'm not in their office, in the local government office.
You were a senator at that time.
Of course.
You had the right, the legal right to call this
you
guy.
Have the counted, you have the counted. No, Prince, let us not evade the answers, because you have the county development fund. If they gave 1 million, who do they ask? They will go ask Senator Yaya Nimle, or they will ask the county development fund, the people who own the county development fund. When they were talking about 400,000 for electricity, will you go and ask Jacob to be, or you going to ask the superintendent? So it's simple. I am giving you the information that this is what the people release. But I will not give you detail that they face town hall on the side, they face clinic on the side, because I don't have the details. Okay. The executive is different from the legislature.
Actually, Princess, I think that's the answer to your question. But Honorable, this is where people talk those, wherever they took from our country and the money. Do you think within yourself, this is the area in the Tiamat, do you think that's how the building is supposed to be in Tiamat?
I still have one more question too.
This building, these buildings.
Answering the question now to me, you answering the question and giving it to your poor as your grandchildren, son of the soil.
Yes. Okay, so let me say this: the people operation was for 3 years. Everything that they spoke about, it is not for 3 years for it to happen. It is for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, all the way. But in 3 years, they ran into a problem. But in fact, they were supposed to give us up to 2017, 9.4 million, the employment area, the resettlement and all of that. But because of the crisis, these are buildings that the people building in the town. It's not Pudu Iron Ore that build these buildings.
I understand. That's I don't think they met there.
Very good. So the pictures you see there, maybe in the course of 4 years, they'll say the entire Putu, because it's in the provision for resettlement, and I read it. Yeah. So they will say, look, we are finding another place and then secure the land and build the houses. Because they have not started full-blown operation when Russia made the invasion. You see? So, so in the 3 years,
sister ask you on but we are discussing as Grandidan here, Honorable. You're not the one who sat on the contract to negotiate the contract. You are a senator at that time. You are a Grandidan, and that's why we are asking you, as your experienced man who traveled around the world, ambassador for the Republic of Liberia to the European Union. These are things when you see people come when they do contract here, they come here and they see resources, they see oil here, they see diamond here. We are asking you, that's how the people who they're extracting the resources from those people backyard. That's how they're supposed to be living. That was the question we were asking you. We're not blaming you, Honorable. You cannot
but look at Firestone. Look at Prince. Look at Firestone.
1920, and now we are about open.
Look at Firestone. Look at Firestone from 1926. They made revision. Still look at Firestone today. Look at B Mountain. Look at the houses they live in. They're making billions of dollars to take annually.
That's why we don't want to go to county and we are
look at look at the metal steel. Metal steel, go there. Some areas that the pictures that we show, they've been in existence for a long time.
They put our people in.
You know,
go to the sister, Honorable. Let the sister ask our next question.
Let me ask the honorable man one more question, then I will go off and then come back in 15 minutes.
Okay.
No problem.
Yeah. So I'm sorry if my questions are too harsh.
No. They are good. Very good.
The honorable man seen the six.
I'm happy that you asking this question. The only avoidance I'm giving, so it can't be like I'm inciting you to say these things.
Okay.
That's why I say, please be guided. I'm a diplomat. And diplomats do not want confusion.
My question to you.
Yeah.
My other question to you.
Yeah.
During your time, you was the senator and the president pro tem.
Yeah.
And then I heard you saying when Prince asked you about the Putu Mountain, the name of changing from Chile Mountain to Putu Mountain, you gave a reason, but was that enough reason because the mountain was in Putu and it was on the boundary of Sano and Maryland? Was that Maryland or River G? So was that enough reason to change the whole county mountain name from Chile Mountain to Putu Mountain?
But Silver Star has 77.03% shares. It has a controlling share. It could call that mountain. It could call that mountain bottle. You and myself cannot argue.
Actually, you have to go through a legislative process to change things in Liberia.
But the Putu, it would have been Silver Star money. But it says that because of the location of the place, it says Silver Star Putu Iron Ore. You see it? Silver Star Putu Iron Ore. Because it controls the share. Like for instance, if you open school and you get about 75%, you can name the school your daughter name. And the people will not say why you put your daughter name, because you have the controlling shares. That's why they are now holding on to Putu Iron Ore until new company comes in. The other people like Mano River and this, they are all waiting on Silver Star to say, go ahead. Because you got a controlling share. The banks, who own the bank? When you get in a 60-70% share in a bank, you got a direction of the bank, because you can detect who becomes the managing director. But for me, it was Chile Mountain, and they said Silver Star Putu Iron Ore. And the question that we asked why, they said because this place, number one, is the administrative district in Kunambo and Grand Jide, they call Putu, and the area that it cover is Putu, and the range, because it has a range that it covers, is Putu. So we calling it Silver Star Putu Iron Ore. I have no objection to that, because I was looking at substantive matter rather than the naming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go off just for 15 minutes.
But please come by.
Come by.
When you go after 15 minutes, please come back. Your questions are good.
When you come
Yeah,
by,
well, I still got more questions
I
for
will
you.
see you on here, and I'll bring it right
She's
back
still
on,
getting
okay?
she's still holding the political question for me. No
Man, I
problem.
still
When you
got
come
plenty
back,
for
we'll
you.
look
I'll
at
be
it.
back.
I'm not a politician. Okay. Honorable.
Yeah.
Honorable, thank you again. Our sister will come back and we'll bring her on here, Honorable. But you talked about the what I can't understand, Honorable, that now we got the local government or wherever separated now from the. But back then, those superintendents, those people were they could be called by you. Look at all the money you just talked about. What did they do with the money? How were the money used? Look at the people who are living in the area. They see company coming again. They come. Listen, I'm not done yet. The company coming again, and now people who are living in the area, they say relocate the people. In that contract you're talking about, if you're relocating the people and carrying them to another town, you purchase another town. Yes, I relocate. Yeah, you go play horse for the people. You feed it with the people. In the contract, it has to state that if you carry the people here because the people that they get a mountain, and you coming to blast their mountain, it's not safe for the water until you're taking them fireplace. You must build these houses for the people because the white people that are living from here. I mean, I say white people for Facebook close me up. They don't live in mud houses when they're taking resources for them. You have to hold these people accountable. And I hope our lawmakers now that are there will see reason to do this thing. Bee Mountain is a mess. $1 billion coming out of place. When I saw the hustle, the poor living, I was discouraged. And that's what we're going to see here. But Honorable, we're holding your feet to the fire tonight. It's not that we hit the honorable man, but because honorable man, you were Senate pro tem at that time, and these things were happening. Did you at any time went back to that place and said, "My people," and go and educate your people? Because the people elected you now to say, my people, the people put in a contract that this is what they sort of do. Are they doing it for you? You don't see it. Blow along to your people, educate your people.
Okay.
Did you go back? Did you at any time went back to the town, to those villages and talk to your people?
Prince,
yeah.
This one should not pass by me. Let me respond to it. When the MDA was signed, I was not Senate pro tem. You know the situation with the Senate and myself, with the executive and myself. That one of the issues. I was pro tem for 2006. By 2008, you saw what happened. I had to take them to Supreme Court. By 2009, at that time, Putu INO had not getting the lesson yet. And the MDA has not been approved. 2009, I resigned in April. We're talking about 2010. I hope you're getting what I'm saying.
Yes, I'm getting you.
I'm saying some of the issues you are raising now in terms of employment, in terms of local businesses, in terms of other things, I raised them. In the legislature. The minority get a saying, the majority get a will. And at that time, it's Grand Gideon who is raising the issue. So you should know the kind of situation we were engulfed into. Frank Fanon said, every generation has a mission. There are a lot of things that we fought for. First, to politically legitimize the Crown tribe in keeping with the ascendancy clause. I have to engage it to become president pro tempore. By 2005-6, you able to stand in the street and say, "I Crown man to knock your chest." But when Crown man became president pro tempore, then he's in the chain of authority of the country. We really legitimized it after the Civil War. So the mission that we had, that generation, the mission that we had, is different. I'm not here for self-glorification tonight. That's why I say let's avoid it. Let's go strictly. My mission is to provide education, understanding.
That's what you just did.
Tomorrow,
when
they say review, you already got your file in your hand.
Yeah. And I wrote a
to
lot of
speak
them
on
here,
the issue.
and I wrote a lot of them here tonight from the contract and pitches and things that you said. So I'll go through the pitches,
Uh-huh.
read the pitches. But the phone line is open, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to ask the honorable question, you can go ahead and call. It's getting dark to the honorable now, so you can call. We will receive calls here, and when we start,
No, I'm available. I'm not tired. I'm available. So long it concerns Grand Gila County, I'm available.
you're not old man. Say I think Cherry, you got older. You're not too old.
No.
So
I would not tell you that man. That my little brother. That my little brother. Yeah.
So I open the line now on there 952-200-8420. You can call and ask the honorable man your question. And before we close here, we'll ask the honorable man here. My question part, I wrote it down here on big. I printed it on a big sheet. So Cherry Droga is the first man to call. Let me go to Thomas Doe here and merge Cherry Droga and Thomas Doe. Then we'll get a phone to Cherry Droga to ask a question. Gentlemen, one question. Nobody going to ask two questions here. The lines will be packed. The line will be full. So ask the gentleman, ask the honorable man, the ambassador, one question. He will listen to your question and you answer your question. Cherry Droga, go ahead. Cherry, you got to speak up.
Yeah, because I'm not hearing it.
Go ahead.
Okay. The first thing,
You hear me now?
Are you hearing me?
Are you hearing
Yeah, I'm hearing you now. Charlie, I'm hearing you.
Go ahead.
Okay. I want to say a big thank you to my big brother, I say Wehyee now.
Yeah.
The Pastor Nyenabo, thank you very much.
You're welcome, my brother.
Okay.
Cherry, 1 minute, Cherry, 1 minute. 1 minute, Cherry. Let me merge the calls. Go ahead.
Okay. You hearing me, Fresh?
Yeah, everybody.
Very well. Very well.
Yeah, I you know, the other day I witnessed a meeting that was held at the Daily Church. And time was given to you. You wanted to explain, to give a detailed education tonight. But it surprised me not that some of the former secretaries, they were in attendance. And they know about the NDA, and they couldn't give you chance for you to really elaborate.
All right. Correct.
This information would have been, important to everybody in our business.
Correct.
I see
Correct.
some people were printed, some people were pulling, some people were making noises, but thank God you got a chance tonight.
Yeah.
One thing that confused me and it confuses the whole Grand Gila County against argument in Grand Gila now with the Putu Mauti and Grand Gila Mauti. So I want to ask you because the NDA, by the Mauti being Grand Gila Mauti, and you can carry your company down there to call it Cherry Local Company. So meaning that I want to be that the company that put the Putu Iron Ore and the mining company is only associating with Putu in solidarity with the Putu people. Well, I want to know as a big brother and a historian. For time in the mirror was the Putu Mauti, the Grand Gila Mauti, according to history, was this part of the history record and was only there for that purposes. Because if you would go to Tucson now and you say, okay, you bring a company, but the company is Cherry Local Company, but Tucson remains. So why not be the company has priority, the Putu Mauti, and as Putu Iowa, that's the company name. But does that change the Mauti name? That's what I want to know. That's number one. And the second question here is that, you talk about 3.7 million that was, put in the country and the coffers. It really surprised me because, the picture you are showing, when someone million will go in the county covers, but then the question is not from Pastor Nyenabo, but he was providing oversight responsibility at the time because he was senator and president pro tempore during the NPO. So, Pastor Nyenabo, with your oversight at that time, do you ask the superintendent where did the money go?
So honorable, listen now. You're not going to answer the question like they ask it. Just write it down, check the question down, then because
Yeah.
that's you want to learn. Then when they finish, then you answer the question. So we got a question from Sherry Joka. He talks about the $3.7 million in the 3 or 4 years, and it went to the county. You saw the houses, the deployable houses that people living in. The oversight senator. Did you ask this county authority the money the poor giving? What are you doing with the money? That's Cherry Joka question. They said the first question you asked is not. I don't think it's pertaining to you because changing the Putu name and I think
No. I will answer it, Prince. I will answer it. That's a good question.
okay. All right, Joka,
Yeah.
thank you. Let's go to Thomas though.
Yeah.
Thomas though ask
It's
two
a
questions.
good question he
Thomas
asked.
though, the reason I gave Cherry Joka to ask two questions because it's Maduri. That's Cherry Thomas though not Maduri. Thomas though not Maduri. You are James City that Maduri. Then you I one question.
Okay, friends, thank you very much, and thank you, Ambassador Nyenabo. Glad to see you.
Thank you.
I can only ask one question, so I will just.
Oh, Thomas do Igbo me Maduri out two questions.
You realize now?
Yeah, I forgot. I thought it meant the man came. I thought Thomas do that kind of man, but the man, the man from that beat down the road there.
Okay, yeah, Prince. So let's get the business. Okay, as Ambassador Nyenabo, my first question has to do with your history because I once heard that you were called full pointer and no shooter in the legislature. That means you made things to happen.
Thank you.
Then that full pointer, shooter, and you come to explain that the historicity of the money that's gone to these county, development or the county leadership XYZ, and you are seeing the picture over there who are lavish in poverty. At that time, let's forget about you becoming a pro temp. You ever think about Grand Jury at that time when the good money was going in and now you're speaking of, is it because you are not in the legislature and you don't really have the stand to battle? Because I heard you said that you were negotiating at some point the life you went to some other place. Is it where your angle coming from? That's my first question. Brady, if you don't understand, can you understand me or
I get you. I get you. I get you. I get you. Yeah. The money that went to the county coffers. I will answer it. I get you.
Yeah. My second question has to do with the companies. Are we the Granadians? Are we concerned about the company bidding process? Which company to choose? Or are we concerned with the benefits that the company will give to our county? Because I overheard you stressing out about some other company and then trying to decrash our company.
Are we Granadians concerned about the bidding process? Which company will get the contract? Or we just concerned about the money? But I think that question is for the Republic of Liberia because the Granadian is in Liberia. So the bidding process
the benefit that comes to us, like the picture he just shown when Dama Snaga was there. Are we concerned the benefit our people going to receive, or are we concerned about the company bidding process and which company we want? That's what I'm asking because I heard him, talking about other companies and trying to involve himself in the bidding process. Thank you.
Okay.
Right, go ahead. James City, go ahead. James City, and then we'll go to Honorable Eric Korn. Then from Eric Korn, we'll go to the honorable man to speak to this question.
Yeah. So that they can't be boggy.
Yeah. Go ahead, James City.
No, let my people go ahead.
Mr. Korn, Honorable Eric Korn, go ahead.
Thank you, Prince, for inviting the ambassador to at least enlighten the people of Grand here, both at home and abroad, on the Nigeria mountain. I know my other brothers asked why the name changed to Putu Mountain when the mountain is named after the county. And this is a history for us, in our history. Grand Jide County, the Jide Mountain. But I listened to the honorable man. My question, Ambassador Nyenabo, is
Yeah.
the operation. In fact, the first group that went there decided to use Wehyee for the administrative seat of the mining company. And then another one is, you see, I know Peruke. I went to Peruke. I went somewhere way behind Peruke. And I know the mountain is far from Wehyee County. And
Yeah.
their operation, Wehyee has share from the money that is coming in from the operation of the mountain for the county. That's one of my important questions. Why?
Okay.
Why River G getting some of the share?
Why
Very,
get share from
very good question.
Okay, go ahead with your second question, Honorable.
Yeah. And I know that Sano County, if the railroad is to be built, it will pass through Sano Forest to reach to the port. So for Sano, I have no problem because we're going to use the operation, the transport of the boat will pass through that forest to go.
1 minute, Honorable. And 1 minute, Honorable. James and Cherry, one of your people, your phone mute, please. Go ahead, sir.
Why will the operation administrative seat of the operation of the company, why must it think about even going to Wehyee, going to Wehyee? Why is Wehyee sharing the income of our Jide Mountain with them? Why? I mean, this is very important to me, and I feel it is important to the people of Grand Jide County.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Mr. City.
Should I answer now? Because there are 6 questions.
Let City finish. Let City ask his question. Then you go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Mr. City, please go ahead with your question.
All right. So, since my people are talking now, will it be fair for Grand Jide to advocate that whatever Metal is doing in Nima County, that Grand Jide should get a share of Bodore and Nima County too? I have a question.
Will it be fair since Grand Jide and Nima are borrowing, so in Metro Steel, Grand Jide should get share of it?
Yes.
Oh, because Nima and all, River G and all borrowing and River G getting share. If we buy blast in Putu there, you don't think River G will get affected?
No, finally.
Okay, go ahead, Honorable. The questions are yours. And
Okay, so I will come from.
Isaac, if you are joining us, this is Honorable Dr. Ambassador Dr. Honorable Isaac and Nyenabo.
My man, you know Wehyee.
I got to put all that on that Wehyee.
Now say Wehyee is on the line. I will answer you.
All right, Mr. Wehyee is
all
on the
these
line.
titles are not necessary for now.
Okay,
we want a substantive matter for our people to understand.
You're talking to your people, so the title then will.
Yeah, not necessary. Just say
Honorable Wehyee is on the line. So Honorable Wehyee, can you speak to those questions? I think 6 or 7 questions from your people. Go according to how they ask them, and then you can come to it. And I'll bring on Honorable. I will bring on the young man, Mr. Michael Goa. Go ahead, Honorable.
Okay, so let's come from bottom to top. You know, when in 2006 you find out that when Madam Seli came to power, you had Communist Wehyee and others were in the decision making of Liberia at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So they decided that in writing the MDA that they include Wehyee for the passage of the railway. But why would you want to pass to Wehyee when you're coming from Diamanttown? You can put You can put Gibraltar on your right. You can put Yaudi on your right, and you pass through Zatown and enter Sino. Those were the first argument, but it could not. They don't want to listen because they wanted Wehyee to be part of it. And we say it was not fair. But you know what happened later? After 3 successive times, when they received their share, their 15%, Putu INO call it off. They say, no, we're not passing to Wehyee anymore. We are passing the same route I'm giving now for the rail. So the road will come from Diamatown, it will put Gibraltar on your right, it will put Yaudi on the right, it will put Newtown on the right, and then pass that town and then enter Sino. Putting Pine Town little bit on the right and then go straight to Greenville. So when you ask the superintendent of Grand Jide 2012-2013 will tell you that Putu INO decided to make a switch, that they're not passing through Wehyee anymore. But when you're having the review, then you will say, okay, so long the 40% were for Wehyee and Sino, and then Wehyee not there anymore with the road business, so then Grand Jide must get 70%. That discussions. You understand? Then because Sino get the port and they pass through. So that will be your discussion. But I don't see Wehyee in the picture anymore. The other question that was asked about why is it that the mountain is they call it Putu INO and Jide mountain. Let's say this. I think we need to understand the mountain is Jide mountain, but the company is Putu INO company. Putu INO mining company. That's the name of the company. The mountain is Mount Jide. It's when you look at the MDA, you will see the graph and you will see Mount Jide. The company is different from the mountain, the name of the mountain. They decided to say Silver Star Putu INO Mount mining because it's the location that they are doing it, and they in Putu administrative district. They do it to strengthen, to motivate. Like for instance, if at all they are doing the mining in Nima and specific towns that are connected, and they put it did not change Mount Nima. Metal steel mining, it's not changing Mount Nima. Mount Nima is Mount Nima. Mount Jide Mountain, Mount Jide Mountain is still Jide Mountain, but the company name is Putu INO Mining Company. So the company is different from the mountain. The company is the executing organization. The mountain is the range. So then somebody asks, and say, with your oversight, have you been able to sit? If you call Peter Solo, you will find out, and there are others that are monitoring on the station. Are you with me, Prince? Are you there?
We're following you.
Hello. Okay. If those are monitoring, they will attest to that. I asked the caucus to participate in 2013 County Development Council meeting in Swedru. And I went to Swedru, I was there. I'm answering the question of though. You know, when I was sitting there, I did not attend meeting. Because what the caucus can do, the caucus can second a person to be part on the advisory board of the county, because you are not member of the county, the 80-member county council. that make decision for development in a county. At the time, they were 80. Now they say it's around 10 or 11 or so. So the 80, you are not member, but you are there to attest. So I asked the caucus to attest in 2013. Yes, 1.8 million was allocated. At that time, Peter Solo at the administrative building, I remember that we ensure that the Grand Junior University student took 50,000. You can ask anybody, and we put it in a budget law. And other things that the county council recommended, we were there. So meaning that the executive is different from the judiciary. The judiciary is different from the legislature, but the oversight is not to conduct an administrative workings. So what do you do? The only thing that you do is that sometimes some superintendents were intransigent. You know, they don't want to speak to any lawmaker. The only thing you do, you cite the Minister of Internal Affairs. We did that. I'm not talking about me as a person. The caucus did that on several occasions. We wanted to know, what is this? What is that? We wanted to know. In fact, GSC conducted audit there. But let us not go detail into that. But we are aware, in as much as it's brought to light and the history is open, sometimes Prince will call a few other people, come and talk your part. You were a member of the county council. You were signatory. What happened to this? Because I'm giving revelation. So the revelation will help so that tomorrow the errors will not be made. So that's why I'm giving the revelation. And the good thing, I'm not in a government. The second thing here is that I don't get my sources from Monrovia. I get my sources from abroad. So you're not going to argue my sources. It's not receipts that I had and say the county received 3.7 million. But when you ask the superintendent, they will confirm that. Because I have the records from abroad. Because this company come from abroad. So basically that's it. So the Putu
I think you having service problem.
Yeah, the honorable man internet is sticking. So we'll wait for him a little bit to come on. But he's answering this question from the question that were posed to him by our brothers on the line. And we got two of our brothers here who wanted to ask questions. I think internet for ADC giver, then internet giver now. You say what you doing with the ADC? Yeah, but maybe the man picking and I put a generator on. You get it all off for them to put a generator on. Yeah, we hearing you.
The good thing is that I'm a little bit happy that Wehyee is no more in the picture as you have said. I'm happy with this because the first three share they have just free money.
Why you got prime with Wehyee?
Yeah.
Honorable.
I'm coming now. You know, you were not on the ground. We were on the ground that time.
Yeah, the railroad passing through Wehyee. Even when they blasting, somebody said some sound going Wehyee, they put need to get something from there.
Yeah.
Politics, Mr. Kong, the senator, the ambassador came taking as an ordinary person. Yeah. You know, let me tell you, we were there when we had the capital building. The politics that was played, it was, you know, it forced on Grandian. Because the person at the time,
Honorable.
hello?
Yeah, honorable.
Hello?
Yeah, we hearing
Yeah,
you.
we hearing you.
Hello?
You're not hearing me, honorable? The honorable want to call on the line.
on that side. From Kudu Peroke to River Chipura is about 30 miles. You hear me? So where in the world it will come from Kudu Peroke down?
Honorable?
Yeah, I'm there.
All right. Chiroga, let's listen to the honorable.
Yeah.
When you finish, then we'll ask you another question.
Okay, so a question was asked by Honorable Charlie Jiroka, my little brother, concerning Putu Iron Ore and Jide Mountain. Yeah. And I said that the mountain is Mount Jide. If you look at the MDA, it's written there Mount Jide. But the company that operates Mount Jide is called Putu Iron Ore Mining Company. So the Seversol has the right to choose what name she wants to use for the mining company. It not changed Mount Jide name. Did you ask where the money gone? I sat in 2013. I sat in the council meeting. I asked the caucus to nominate me to sit 2013 at the administrative building. And what the county council does is that it's not one person. At the time, it was 80 people from districts. So they will sit down. When they say we got 500,000 today, they will sit down and make plans for the 500,000. And all of them will sign to the document, because the county council was created in 2006 by legislative enactment. So it's not like superintendent decided to call 5-6 people and say can't decide about the money so that we'll go eat it. No, the county council still exists. The only thing is that the number that it has before, it has reduced.
Honorable, let Marco go and ask a question, and
okay.
Double ask the question. You got the internet on your side, so yeah, so they can ask a question, you get it down, and you get answer your question.
No, the internet will
you say the internet
be stable. We are praying it will be stable. It's only Lone Star that giving the problem, but yeah, it will be stable. I want our people to participate in these discussions.
Yeah, Michael, go ahead.
So I'm not rushing. Yeah. So I'm not rushing to say a late on my side now. I got to go sleep. No. If we can do it for the next 4 hours, I'm comfortable.
All right.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I want to thank you very much for coming, to join us to discuss the issue. You always been in the vanguard, and you have been doing well.
Correct.
You did your part, and you continue to do your part. But retrospective.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is mounting, and comparatively looking at the present day realities.
Yeah.
Do you think we in a way? I mean, what we saw yesterday. Is it resonating in present day reality? Where other countries like Burkina Faso, all politicians are way of doing business, and we have a particular thing that given. I was listening to you. You were giving how much, you were giving all every year, and I was wondering based on what, that you guys calculated that amount. What were you looking at? What was the secret that you were using in your calculation to reward Gandhi that amount of money? Because if when you go up and say the value of Gandhi Mountain or Kudu Mountain, they about 12 billion. And you
no.
Now 19 million a year of chicken chili, is 0.15% of the total value of the mountain. So
but the money, what money don't go to central government? You're talking about why Grand Direct got that all, but now the central government.
Money go to central government, but it's not what I'm supposed to discuss tonight, because I will not talk for the government. I want to talk and let the people of Grand Direct know what is in the MDA, so that we'll be well prepared. The worth of the mountain, the worth after exploration, prior to exploration, it was 3.2 billion deposit, mine deposit. That what they assume. But after the exploration, it was 4.4 billion. The 4.4 billion, it formed part of the foreign direct investment of 15 billion because Putu got 4.4, other people got 6.4, the metal steel, other people got 3.2, the bond mine, and this and this. So when you hear 15 billion, that everything into totality. But what are we getting from there? It is not me who carve, we must get 1.5 million every year. No, it is the inter-ministerial concession committee in the executive. It's not the legislature business to go and check. And you know, what kind of document they're writing, unless you have a friend and you have the expertise. You know, because I have expertise in both finance, public administration, you know, and banking. So as a result of that, I can't sit down for the IMCC to hold meeting. When they say, are you here as a senator? I say, no, I'm here as a friend, you know, of the IMCC to see what is going on because I come from Grand Gide. And you know, they are often used to be on politics. That's why.
Let me conclude his question.
Oh, sorry, brother Goa. Sorry, brother Goa. I thought you concluded. Sorry. I'm very, very sorry. I'm so excited to talk with all of you. I'm so excited. So that's the reason.
I'm not saying this to hold you responsible, you know, for what happened. I'm only
yeah.
also, you know, look at it microscopically.
Correct. 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 Correct.
Our brother right here came money crying. Our brother right here came, money crying. So moving
correct.
So that we can,
yes. Perfect.
I call it chain of custody.
Yes.
Chain of custody, and we are opportune to be on the table. That discussion tonight will inform us some of the things.
Correct. Correct, brother. Correct. Excellent.
So what I'm saying is that looking at present reality and what was doing yesterday, is there any wiggle room that we can improve what we will be getting from that thing?
Yeah, it's necessary. That's why we need a national conversation that will affect that Grangians will sit and have the discussion on that. My first statement, if most of you monitor me, I said this one will not be called me where everybody will take their share. They're running to take their share. So we have to make interventions. That's why you see me, I'm sending the signal out so that the government, the people who sitting by to think that they can just take Nigeria and make money out of it, and then our people suffer, it's zero, because we have the evidence, we have all the information. We can hold any information that they think they will have. We'll have it. Then we'll bring it to the people of Nigeria. Then we sit down. Because things have changed for the past 15, 20 years. The decisions and actions that were taken, the intention, objectives, and all of that, it changed now. So then when things have changed, then we also got to change.
Yep.
Yeah, then we can't sit down. We look at other counties, you know, after 30, 40 years of operation, zero. Then we go in our same route. And I told you people that even when they were putting the MDA together, I asked them for value chain. You taking the iron ore, what thing you living on the ground here that will create the market and employment. I also talk about free carry equity. You know what free carry equity is? I serve Grangians that will do the arrangement. Oh, I come from Putu, I come from Kunemo district, I come from this place. That will sit and convince the elders, convince the citizens, and say, this is the direction we take. What is the share that you give to them? They said, no, I was going so deep. So there are a lot of things. There are a lot of things we need to put together. You know, so
my last question now is there
yeah.
possible that we advocate for share in this mountain for us to have a share into it?
No, the only thing you can hold conversation with the people, you can call for free carry equity. Because free carry equity is because you did some arrangement, you working with the people, you come from Grand Chile. So they say, okay, take 2%. And you're not paying money, you're not doing anything, you're not buying it. So then if it belongs to the local administration or this organization, then the organization will do her own development with her own free carry equity.
Yeah,
Those are
let listen to Zhao Double. Mr. Double. Two questions, Mr. Mr. Goa. Let listen to Zhao Double. When we get one other round with the senator.
Lady.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Prince. Good evening, Ambassador Nyenabo.
Zedi.
Yes. I'm so impressed tonight.
He's so impressed. You part of the senator, the ambassador in non-soccer.
No, I wasn't.
Hey, my man, Prince, don't distract my brother, man. This man myself grew up together.
Go ahead, Mr. Double. Go ahead, Mr. Double.
I got here, elected, as senator of Grand Chile County. That of which Okay.
All right. Perfect.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. With all of this information, that you provided tonight. Or to admit, I was saying Liberia, as you rightly stated. Okay. And I want to thank God again, for these social media or platforms. Okay. Or yesterday, again, unilaterally, Lieutenant Grant woke up and decided to sell 50 acre or 25 acre of land, to
300.
individual. Okay, 300. Thank you. 300 acres of land to an individual as superintendent. But because of this social media platform, every one of us, the bro by whom we got involved, and today, that deal, it was canceled. Okay, and tonight again, Ambassador Nyenabo took the platform and educated us on, the past contract with Putu Mountain and what have you, that of which most of us, okay, we never have knowledge about. There was only a deal between the county legislator and that of the county local authority. As in Nyenabo has oversight, or function of Grand Chile County, regardless he was not or President Pro Tem, but he was still senator of Grand Chile County. So
all right.
Wehyee Nyenabo will tell us tonight that all the deal that went on, he was innocent. Okay, that one. Chris Biden was superintendent, yes, from 2006 to 2011, yes. Peter Sorokin.
But man, you ask a question or you explain it in it?
I'm coming. I will ask my question. Let me lay premise first. Okay. Today, Ambassador Nyenabo is telling Grand Chile that the county, should go to Honorable Solo or Honorable Billy. Okay. What I want to say tonight is that Grand Chile, we have to be very much vigilant at this time. Okay. Vigilance, saying that sooner or later we hear say the new company that come in, yes, and or they are being given, whatever way forward to start or money and what have you. Okay, so at the end of the day now we need to get involved. It should not be the few or 5 county legislator with that of the superintendent or whosoever council members that are in Grand Chile. The same way they get 3 million plus within 3 or 4 years time, and you cannot see any tangible development in Putu. Before I say Grand Chile County, that it should not take place at this time. And my question to you now is, Ambassador Nyenabo, you were senator at that time. You did not, normally you always go for how they call it, agricultural break. Okay? They are not being ordained that, you call, or how they call it, council meeting to put forward on this thing. And now you are just an ordinary Nigerian. Okay? Are you passing this information, to us now? So that if we say yes, as in Namo, he's a clean man, so that tomorrow we say, oh yeah, or as in Namo pass this information so that people will look at you, as a decent man tomorrow. Is this the reason why this time around, you come in with resource information now that you provided to them for almost, 1 hour plus, and you said you are waiting for us to be here until tomorrow morning?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You understood the gentleman question?
Okay. Yeah, let me quickly answer him. Zaidi, I get your comments very well. I have not come on this podium to play politics. That's why I said I'm a diplomat and I'm avoiding politics into this process. It's not that I'm afraid, no. But when you want the issues to be clear, voided out of taking side on different things. Now, you are saying that I'm putting forward things. When the Putu Iron Ore Mineral Development Agreement completed, I organized a committee in Morovia here. Ajidewi Gibson, a 13-member committee in which Dua Bole was the chair, in which Pine Wallow, you call them now. And we went to Granji there. We went to Diamantstown. And we try to explain the whole process. When government is on the side, coming towards us, the legislature does not make this document. The only thing the legislature can do, when the document goes to the legislature, it will lobby, members of the legislature will lobby with the colleagues. You got Rewaji, you got Sino, they were on one side already. So I'm saying there were certain issues that even tend to, drag us to Granji there. You saw us we talked early in 2013 to Pudu Iron Ore mining. You think she left the seat in Morovia free to go to Granji there and go to Diamantstown? Actress Billy, we took the president there and said, these are the issues that we raised. But I'm not here to self-glorify myself. That's why I continue to say, because when I do that, it will overshadow the things that we need to know. Okay. Now, if you are in a government and you are a deputy minister or minister, you're not able to talk the way I'm talking today.
Okay.
Because you seconding to the president. Why you talk?
You work at the president. So that go to Honorable Richard Bala. Honorable Bala, go ahead.
Nyiko.
Morovia. Thank you very much to talk to you tonight.
Yeah, myself.
One of your sessions, brother, you said you went to Diamantstown and Putu and all the area. That's a good thing. And when we were up the hill there, what we saw, we could see the Jeddah Mountain over there. And our sources, Jeddah Mountain is a range. And
it's a range. 243 kilometers range.
Okay. So the company is using that sign, which is the Putu Mountain, to invade the whole mountain, so they don't want to call it the Jeddah Mountain Corporation. How was your visit there? Did you really see that the mountain, the materials there, they are trying to use that part of the mountain, which is the Putu side, to invade the whole mountain and say they want to manage Putu Mountain instead of Jeddah Mountain?
Okay. So, Prince, I can answer?
Yeah, go ahead and answer the gentleman out of Iowa.
Okay, so the point is, Mount Jeddah is Mount Jeddah. Nothing changed it. The company that operating Mount Jeddah is called Putu Iron Ore Mining Company.
No, what I'm saying, I think it's
like
more than one mountain over there. But
Putu
Mountain, so they're trying to use that and say the only money put the mountain. So my question is, you've been there. Is it only one put the mountain the money, or the whole branch of the mountain range on their money and they call it Putu?
Well, according to the MDA, it said it's a range, as you rightly stated. But Richard, the point here is that they began the operation of the mining for 1.5 years. They not go 9 years, 10 years, 1.5 years. Then their crisis came. So nothing that people could go, even when we Madam Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, they were displaying, Chris Bailey was there, everybody, and they were displaying. But you and myself not come from the engineering place. So you needed time to look over some of the things. You know, you needed time to do a review on them. You needed time after 5 years, because when the 5 year 2015 was the time for the review. And in the review is where you look at the MDA and say, no, they want here, not correct. In 5 years, are you doing one mountain or 10 of the ranges are in here? Or are you doing 1 or 2? You know, that the revision period that gave you the opportunity. You can't look at a document that is legislated and you put your pen into it until the revision. Unfortunately for us, 2015, no revision because it closed. 2014, 2016, 17, 2020 is supposed to do a review. It closed. 2025 is supposed to do a review. It closed. The only review that we got now is 2030. But what we are suggesting is that when the new company comes in to have that chain of custody, the people of Grand Nigeria must sit and say there are new realities that are unfolded. And I'm sure that this government will do everything possible to make sure that the AMR that already got a memorandum of understanding. Because if you jump and you take another company, they will hold their memorandum of agreement, and then there will be no money for the next, from now to 2030, because 2029 there are elections. So they will hold it because the lifespan of that memorandum of agreement is 3 years. So 2027, 8, 9. You see it? So government will say, okay, proceed now. You and Seven Star, you come to the table. We want the people of Grand Nigeria to have the employment and others. And you know, then the process start. Then we will request for review. In the review now, then we'll say, this one, when the IMCC was doing it, we didn't have our experts, the engineering experts, the mining experts. But this one here, what is that one range that you are going to deal with, or 2 or 3? But Richard, you and myself, we never had the knowledge of mountain, how they can do mountain thing. You know, we only know about Judea Mountain when we were up the hill there. So that's all we know. But they didn't go 5, 6 years, because revision can bring good people. That's why we set up the committee. We made Duebole chair, because he's an environmental scientist. You know, and he was doing the something for 2015 revision with committee. They went to even Grand Nigeria, but then it was not held. And since Putu Iron Ore document signed, no revision has taken place. So basically, it's about us preparing ourselves for the game, for the match, so that we will be ahead. And when they say A, then we'll say B. Rather than saying A, then you say eh. You know, so basically that's why we brought it to the attention of everybody.
Okay. Prince Pine.
Give me a second. Let me speak to the audience for 1 minute.
Go ahead. Ask the honorable say you should come by here now. So ask
Yeah.
Yeah. She spent 1 hour and 10 minutes before she came back.
No, I've been back ever since.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Please, for those of you in the comment section, respect our guest. He's here to explain to the world what you need to know. You either take it or you leave it. Don't be in the comment section insulting
Me,
our
I'm not
guest.
reading it. I'm not reading the comments because I don't have the opportunity.
Know yourself. Stop it. Go ahead.
So some of the people, let them read the comments for me, whether they're insulting my mom, you know, because this has been a culture right now.
Continue, Prince, gonna block them. We're not gonna take it.
So anybody in short is going to be black. They know. They already have the respect. So the questions here, if you got to the number on the screen, if you want to ask the honorable man, you can call and ask the honorable man. Don't kind of short here. So Princess, you got any other questions for the honorable man?
I'm still listening. You guys can continue for now.
Okay. You know, we're taking our time to explain for the people. People are playing deception. They are playing politics. And then when time comes tomorrow, then they say, you people who are knowledgeable, who have the history, why you didn't tell us? These are some of the things, Prince. I was not commissioned to come and explain to the Crown Nation, but I'm a property of the Crown Nation. So irrespective of our political divide, what belongs to Grand Jide must be given to Grand Jide. But if you don't have the education, you don't have the knowledge, how do you argue? How will you argue with the people?
All this information, the company that are going to come, even though they're going to come and use the old agreement, our money that they got, they have to give it to the people of Grand Jide.
All right.
The people can go and do things in account. Now, first money that came, that the people did whatever they did with, you can't ask the honorable man for that, because you are not the country head. You are not the country head. Let's go to Bob Bida. Bob Bida is all the way from Liberia. Mr. Bob Bida, go ahead with your question.
Hello.
Yeah, how you doing? You getting me?
I think he cut off.
He cut off. I mean, these are people who in the county, who goes in the county. So we're gonna call him back. I will call Mr. Bida back. Go ahead with your question.
Yeah, I don't want to ask questions, but I want to give a little clarity.
All right, 1 minute. 1 minute.
You hearing him, Praise? Hello?
Mr. Bida, are you hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
All right. 1 minute.
But we didn't hear your intro or.
Okay, go ahead, call your name, tell it where you calling from.
My name is Moses Boy Peter, and I call from Moruya.
Go ahead, sir.
I just want to say that there's no name that has been changed. The name remains the same. It's just like the Himalayas. In the Himalayas, you have the Mount Everest. That's the highest peak. In Grand Jide, the Putu Range, we have 3 mountains.
You see, he knows about that.
The Jede, it is one. It's at the east. We have the Jito. We have the Motu. So there are 3 mountains you see over there. So no name has been changed. It's just that the company decided to name the company Putu Iron Ore. They could name it Russia Iron Ore. They could name it anything that they want to name it. That's the name.
All right.
Nothing has been changed in terms of name. And then I then carry on exploration. And the exploration ended because most of the time people have visited that site. This is clarity I want to give. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Yeah. Thank you very much.
So okay, Mr. Bida already finished giving that clarity on the mountain. The honorable man is still here with us.
Yeah.
If you got a question, you can call in, ask your question. Princess Pine, you ain't got no question for the honorable man?
I do.
I see.
The honorable man was coming back.
Princess Pine is concerned, but it's the citizens, their well-being. It's Princess Pine. Yeah, that's a.
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
Y'all stop this or argument, GD plot or parrot or whatever they call it. Y'all stop and listen to the people. The honorable man, we understand that LDC is in the country and LDC can go and come. So let us just forget about it. Ask the honorable man some questions.
They say why LEC day? I'm not working with LEC. Hey, it gone.
Say honorable man it died. Honorable man too join in it dies. No honorable man more and I ain't too join.
Because
We gotta live with.
on the line and you were trying to explain, so I was just listening to you. But I've been back ever since. I have for you. I
Okay.
have a question here for you.
Yeah.
So my question to you, as an elder of the Crown people, trial of the late President Samuel Kanyado, you went to President Joseph Newman Boaga and asked him to give President Doe a proper burial next to his wife, late Nessie Doe. Can you tell our audience how, Prince, you talking?
No, you go ahead.
Okay, can you tell our audience how that came about and what that meant? What that moment? Let me see what I wrote now. Okay, what that moment meant to you and the community?
Yeah, so we're going a little bit. We got the time now, so we're going to come in now. So we want to get into the senator personal.
So are we clear with Putu now?
The Putu is clear because the people now.
Yeah, we clear with
the people say. You heard double statement. My namesake Saul Double. He said we didn't know these things. Now we know these things. So we're going to hold our lead.
All right.
To the fire.
Thank you.
Is complaining that you did not answer his question.
Okay, what was his question? Let me attempt to answer it.
Let me call Thomas Doe and ask Thomas.
Yeah, please call him.
Yeah, so you answer our sister's question. Yeah, our sister's question is very much important to the people of Granjide.
Correct. Yeah, I will take my time.
Yeah, take your time
to go through it.
Let's get brother Doe on the line. You know, do then I'm a Dodi, then I'll let her provoke my Dodis.
I don't have problem.
Yeah, Dodi, you say the honorable man did not answer your question?
They didn't answer my questions.
Your questions? Asking two questions?
I had two questions, my man. You know that.
Okay, so what was the first one?
The first question I answered was when I said that you will call. Okay, you answer in general, everybody. So I'm not going to dwell on that because it was about the money that was spent in the county. When you were there, you said you were not a pro tem at the time, but you have power to.
And now I said, you know that I was not pro tem.
2010, the mayor was not pro tem. The honorable mayor.
I was not pro tem. So why am I lie here?
You left 28.
Okay, so the question.
I left pro tem job 2009. 2009. April.
Yeah, I understand, but at the same time,
yeah, April.
Power, you have the oversight legislatively to the questions. This thing was not done right with the money in the county, but let's forget about it because you talk about it. But my question you didn't answer was.
Yeah, because I told you that question.
Listen to the main question that he said you did not answer, honorable.
Yeah, my question
okay.
was about the company, the competitions and bidding process. And I asked you, I said, are we actually about the company in the bidding process, or are we concerned about the benefit of what people will get rather than which company win the bidding process? That's what my question you didn't answer.
Okay, so the reason I answered the question, but it was in my composition when I started. I said today I will talk about the historicity about Putu. The second thing about our benefits. And I went count to count how much they're supposed to give us and how we arrive at that. Then I said, then we'll look at the status of where Putu Iron Ore is today. That the status that brought a bidding thing when you hear new company is going to take over Putu. I just wanted to open the minds of people that like you are renting a place, you finish paying for 1 year, then after 8 months, you decided to leave and go somewhere else and you brought your friend to stay in a place. That's not new agreement you're going to sign with the landlord. You're going to tell the landlord, my friend will stay here for 4 months. When the 4 months finish, you will turn the key over.
Yeah.
So I explain everything. I said, but where we need to be careful is that our benefit we must request compliance. Then I went to the law and I cited the pages that when you go to equity, you will see that it is our responsibility for us to get our money. And I said, if you look on page 29, article 5.4, then I say, there where equity is. There I gave example. I say, if you have a house and you got 200,000 worth of house, and then you got mortgage of 50,000, your equity worth of that house is 150,000 because they will have to take the money from there, the mortgage money. I think I said all of these things. So I'm laying the foundation of the conversation, not only talking about bidding who pay or this and this. Our benefits, I took almost 20 minutes dancing on our benefits from count 1 to count 8.
Okay.
Concerning resettlement, concerning scholarship, concerning employment, concerning our local government, contribution. And I say, have we speak today, $19.8 million is what they're supposed to get to us.
Okay.
As of 2025. Prince, I think I lecture everything on that.
You did.
Yes, you said that before.
So, Brent, thank you for calling me and thank you, Ambassador. I encourage you to have the communication for us.
Okay.
More questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, so I saw Madodi was asking few questions before Do came in. Let her go ahead.
Oh,
she talked about Nessie.
Yeah,
you talk about.
So we
okay. So
she pivoted a little bit and talked about you talking about Nancy Doe. I mean, burying Nancy Doe beside the door, beside her husband.
Yeah. So let me come.
How you felt about it?
Yeah. I think we have exhausted Putu Iron Ore already. Yeah. So we are moving to other matters.
So
firstly, eh?
I think we're getting your personal space now.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. I will do my best. Yeah, I was commissioned by the Liberian government to be chief diplomatic officer in Europe, so I know how to get there. So, firstly, let me commend the people of Grenjide. Let me commend Grenjidians in the diaspora. When Nancy Bido have been struggling over the years to make sure that our husband giving proper reburial and that the benefits that belong to her and her husband be given. She even won cases at the Supreme Court. She could not get the money. She had to go to the ECOWAS court. ECOWAS court, she won. She did not get a dime until she passed. You remember when the reburial thing was coming for former presidents announced, Nancy wrote, she and her children, I think in February or March of last year, and then said that they excluded them from the whole process. And unfortunately, she passed in May. When she passed, it was binding upon us. Of course, I come from the family of Samuel Doe. There's no question about that. He's my cousin. And nobody can change that. So, but in fact, by history, my father read him. That's why he sent me to Cotonou. Because he was read by my father. He was in Swedru. He was still with my father. He was 19 years old when he decided to leave Swedru from Baptist and jump on the Mandingo's truck to go to Sino and join the army there when Henry Duba then was doing the recruitment. So he escaped and went to Sino. That's why when he took over, they thought that door from Sino because he documents all from Sino because they're where you were recruited. So that's why when I graduated from high school, he sent me straight to Cotonou. So now when it came his issue, we were all involved. Nessie and myself in 1998, we left Guinea and came to Monrovia to Charles Taylor to make sure that their property are secure. I did that. I spent 9 months, and September 18 met me here in Monrovia, and you all know what happened. Now, Nessa died. When Nessa died, I mean, it further exacerbated the situation. It further created no way to go anywhere. You know, the children all crying. They don't know how to come. And I told them that we are here. You know, we have a parable that when the tree falls, another tree will grow from it. So we are here. Of course, I'm not in the government, but I have the network. So then the children came, we met the president. What they wanted to have done is that to separate. In fact, we went to a meeting where they insisted that we carry President Doe for reburial. Then after 3 or 4 weeks, then we can do Nesse. And it was Mommy, Vanny, and myself in our meeting. And we insisted. And the president asked for precedent, where president and wife buried together. I gave the precedent. And they were buried in Basel. Former president and wife. Because the former president, the former president died 2 weeks after the wife died. So they say, okay, the best thing, you're buried them together. So the president said, okay, so long it is like that, I go with it. We need to give them the national status and give them the befitting burial. To leave, politics interfere, but we were not deterred because people thought that they would acquire millions of dollars on that process. In fact, to the point where they say I took side. But hey, I was 41 years old when I became president pro tempore. And I told you that French finance said generation bring mission. My mission was to politically legitimize the Crown tribe. And I succeeded. I became president pro tempore. So when you're talking about the ascendancy clause, you say president, vice president, speaker, pro temp. So you can't say Crown people now in Liberia anymore. We did. So then we got to fight and make sure that the bodies go to Grand Gide. To the point where the reburial committee came up and said the body, Samuel Doe body will go by air, and then we go by road, and then any other thing, you know, it can happen. We said no. We put our feet down. We said no. And the president agreed with us. And he said, look, we said, in fact, when we brought the road thing, they said the security. We said, no, we'll be there. And anybody who watched the video, you will see that my car was the only, that was the first car behind the bodies. Immediately, whether that Ganta or that banker, when the car stops, I will stand right behind it. Let the first bullet catch me first. And we did it, and we passed through, and we did a reburial. You saw the drama in Swedru. Midnight, they want to carry body to Tuzon. We insisted that it will not work. The president called and said a lot to me. I said, Mr. President, it won't work. And the people of Grand Gide stood by us. Those in the diaspora, they made their contribution substantively. The president of the Grand Gide Association in the Americas was there. The president of the Niao Association and executives, the vice president for the Grand Gide Association, I say, Nyenabo was there. We even, after the burial and reburial of our two distinguished personalities, I decided to use the traditional means because I come from the family of Samuel Doe. I had a feast in Yao for Nesse Doe. I kept 3 cows. Your president was there. The Grand Gide president was there. Ide was there. You know, the vice president was there. The Niao Beatrice was there. Beatrice Swen was there. They will tell you. And, you know, Max Dessel came out. You know, we got to give honor to people who deserve it. But it was yeah, it was heart-touching, and I want to commend the Crown people, both in the diaspora and in Liberia. They stood by us. They stood by the children. They were traumatized at 2-3 different levels. You saw some of the dramas that took place, but we were guiding the process. We guided the process until today. We can now, and people did not know. They say, oh, that empty casket they were carrying. They didn't know what we did. We did a lot. We brought scientists to check the bones. When we were sitting there, we did a lot, and we took all the bones. We took everything and carried it. He say, "Oh, Prince Johnson say he burned those things. Where place he burned somebody here? Where they buried?" Scientists, came from America. They did 3-4 days doing digging and other things, testing the bones and all of that, and it went well. I want to commend you for that. I think more questions will come, but I'm getting a little bit nervous, and yeah, that's why it is. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Why in the
Yeah.
World Cup?
That was all.
Okay. So, any other thing that we can discuss? I think I've exhausted you people because nobody talking anymore. And Prince told me day before yesterday we will bombard you. I said, Prince, I went to the legislature for 9 years and they were calling me 4-pointer. Ellen yourself were calling me the constitutional guru, that you will bombard me. Now I'm seated.
Honorable, when we see you on the ballot 2029.
Let me say this to you, Prince. And there are a lot of questions that have been coming. And I told the people, if you look at Article 1 of the Constitution, it provides, among other things, that the power is inherent in the people. When the people decide and they say, we want this to happen, who are you to say no? You don't put your ambition ahead of issues. When I came from exile, we brought in the revolution and Taylor left the country and went to The Hague. And then a transitional government was set up. The Grand Judea University Student Union assembled and they said, go in the legislature. And then we went all over the place and we won our senior senator. So we know the demographic of Grand Judea. So it's not something strange to me. Our time, the way the media landscape is right now, the way Facebook and other things, it was not like that. But you see how things that you met and they change, it means somebody changed them. But that is not the time. A political time, I told you my destination, that politics. So the political time when it reaches, the giants will come out. So that's it. Prince, are you with me?
Prince.
I'm you tell myself sorry. I said when the time reaches, the giant will come out and we'll know if the senator will be the former senator will be in the race. And we got 3 more years. Yeah, we got enough time to ask the senator. But the Princess, you got any questions? You just came by to ask one question.
I'm fine now. The ambassador or senator or former senator, he did great.
Thank you.
You want to analyze the man talking points? No, after he leave, you can do that. Don't do that now, please.
But Prince, why you want to be subjective now? Why you want to be subjective?
When man leaves, then we will.
She's in the West. She's living in the West, and if you live in the West, you just say the things as they are.
The honorable took his time explaining to the Grenadians, things that they need to know. And
of course.
He was not patient. He was not even in a hurry. If there's some people, they will tell you, oh, I'm only here for 1.5 hours, I'm here for 2 hours, I need to go.
2 hours, 2 hours, 30 minutes. So the honorable did a very good job.
He did a very good job.
Their assistant is there, that EDC went on the honorable. Are you a member of the CDC?
Excellent.
Congress for Democratic Change.
You saw me in 2023 when I was campaigning all over the county.
I mean, things changed.
I was in your district.
Things changed. We'll go to CDC. They don't have to flip. Your politician flips in Liberia.
No, but I'm here. I'm in Morovia. I'm not in Brussels. I'm not in the government.
I mean, the people in Liberia, they slip. The other one flip.
Yeah, but I'm saying I would have, when you see me as a minister or an ambassador in another country, then you say that. But I was in Brussels.
Okay,
After the election,
keep you on. Okay.
I was recalled. And I'm in Monrovia.
Okay.
And I'm speaking right now as a prominent citizen. I'm not in government, but I'm okay.
All right.
Because every political decision that you take, it has its own attending consequences. And we have no regret for that.
Oh, but that go back to the Princess Pine question.
Yeah, okay.
Why though is from Tuzon? Why the body? And I just went to Grand Jide. As since I was born, my second time on that road. And when I reached, I didn't even know the junction. They said, "Oh, this Tuzon junction." My picking were in the car. I went stopped to the junction, and from the junction,
I was following you online. I was following you.
From that sign, what they say, Tuzon or wherever, to the town is not far.
It's on one mile.
You right behind the bodies. Why you couldn't just let us go into Tuzon and then we'll come back? Why prompted you to just go straight to Zwedru?
Thank you. If you monitor, you see some of the questions are good questions because people lie. And, you know, and now that we're finished with Pudu IO, we can deal with those questions easily. When you monitor on a mat, everybody that they're recording, when every 2 days I'll get itinerary. I went to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs that the border must go by rule, and I defended it in front of the president. I said, you must ask Veronica Doe, you must ask Vanny Doe, you must ask Anthony Kesseley. We were in a meeting to the president, and I defended it. And the president went, he went in favor of it. Every itinerary that I gave, this town will spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. The day before departure, they call us to the president's house. We spend more than 7 hours. They must cancel the whole thing. The reburial thing, it must be canceled. I don't want to call names.
So
we went there 5:30.
Honorable, you are a politician. You are a sharpshooter. You are getting man. I've always said getting. You know what getting me? You are crime man. Who did I call you out there and spend 7 hours? Who did?
So the president sent for us 5:30. The day for the book of condolence, 5:30 they sent for us. We left from there 12:30 in the morning. The next morning we're supposed to get ready to go to Grand Jide.
You, Veronica, and Vanny?
I said almost everybody, almost stakeholders, whether you come from left or right, they were there.
I was
including Jeremiah Gaosokan. He went with us. He went with Veronica and myself.
So you
and we spend more than no Prince. Let us not limit this thing to segmenting and looking for narratives.
I just want to know who were there. That's all, Mr. Honorable, and asking questions who were there. You called Jeremiah Shokani. You said President Joseph Boyka. You were there. Vanny were there. Veronica. Who else were there?
Okay. So you know who were there.
I wasn't there. So I'm
not prepared to name everybody that was sitting there. But I'm saying the meeting lasted for 7.5 hours to cancel the whole reburial thing. We convinced the president, and the president said it will go on, and we left. But that has passed now. Leaders don't look behind; they look in front. That has passed.
We want to write down history.
The name of Grand Jide was not thrown in the mud. The name of Grand Jide was not thrown in the mud. Though was reburied, Nessie was buried. Feast was held in Yao as per the tradition. So that is
Were any feast here in Tuzon, in my Dodi's town, in Tuzon?
Not yet.
You're gonna do that,
and you know that. And you know that Doe is both traditional man and president. Now the question that somebody asked and said that you was supposed to go to Tucson, why I ain't go there? We reached a total, we got a call. We reached Old Town 3 o'clock in the morning. Our schedule is to pass to Tucson. We got a call from the traditional people. And they say, before you bring the bodies to Tucson, you must bring $5,000 US. You must bring 2 cows. You must bring 10 bags of red. You must bring oil. You must bring this. You must bring that. The first question I asked them, who sent you? They say, we came from the Zobui. And we are telling you now. I say, well, you tell me whether they harm to the people of Tucson that the reason why you won't punish me. They say, we are telling you. And when I contacted the superintendent said, me, I'm not going there because I got his information already. I'm stopping.
Not going to Tucson.
He said it. And he stopped to Poor Town. He never even reached to Going Town with the body. He stopped to Poor Town and turned around. I consulted everybody. Now, there were 2 things that were of concern. He's a traditional person, and they have given these demands as if we committed a crime. So now, if we get there and they seize the body, it breaks down. I reached to Town. The president of Liberia called me and said, Isaac, I picked up the phone. I was speaking with the former superintendent Gale. And I picked up the phone. I said, oh, Mr. President. He said, where are you now? I said, I'm closer to Zwedru, but I'm inside town from there. He said, Isaac, I'll hold you personally responsible if anything breaks down. At that time, he are getting the information. I said, Mr. President, nothing going to break down. I'm here. He said, I'm telling you. Because I was insisting for the body to go to Tucson. So you know the story, Prince.
How do I know the story? Why keep saying the story? I don't know.
No, but Prince, you are all Dodi and you're a journalist.
How are you not come for?
No, you are a journalist and you are all Dodi. You know the story. And by the time we reached to Tucson, we reached to the junction of Tucson, I was about to get down. The car that I was in, the army people, because the instruction was given, the army people hit my car. I almost died on the spot. Ask anybody who was in the convoy. The door. I was sitting with Jerry, you know Jerry Gale? Jerry Gale used to be in the US. He was in the front seat. The army people hit the car and they start protecting the caskets straight to Zwedru. No command, no control. That's how we left. Then people in the diaspora, including some of my cousins, some of them spoke tonight. They say, oh, I said, we're responsible. We don't go to Tucson. Hey, man, don't be deceptive, man. One of them, that my younger brother, Cherry Luka, don't be deceptive. Every cassette you listen to on the map, we are going to Tucson. And you know how it got blocked. And then you still say, I say, when I go to Tucson. You know these things that.
Honorable, 1 minute. There's a guy who called from Liberia. Let me get a name. You know, calls from international calls. We take that very seriously because you got to put minutes on the phone to call. So go ahead and ask your question, sir. Please say your name.
Okay. Good evening, and thank you so much for having me on. My name is
Young Pao Funebo.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So Ambassador.
Yeah, my own brother.
And so I'm a bit touched by them, but I wanted to know a few things about the Putu Iron Ore project.
Yeah.
You said the project was closed. The actual, was it closed or was it shut? And if it was active and still open, why was there no review?
Amen. Praise.
Yeah.
Why can I say I didn't hear you?
You said that the Putu money was closed. You got to speak out loud so that man can hear you. And why? And then why were they not review of the document?
I said over here he's seen that the project Putu Iron Ore project was closed.
Yeah, it was closed.
But yes, it was not closed. It was inactive. They failed to carry on operation. And so the NPA, if we go page by page, requires that the company, as long as they have the license, if they close the license, they will lose the license to the government. And so they until at such time the 25 years can pass if they don't continue, if they don't carry on operation, then they lose the right of the license to government. But because they have to, they need to continue to hold the license, they have to have the company operational. I mean, company active but not operational. And in my mind, when that happens, the review is supposed to still go on.
Or the review of the agreement supposed to still go on, is what you mean?
Yes, because the company was not closed. The company was still active.
Yeah. Bro, Affordable.
Let me answer your question.
Bro, Affordable, you know you work with Pudu Iron Ore. You were at Tiamantown. You work with Pudu Iron Ore, I know. But we're talking about the operations of Pudu Iron Ore were closed. You were working there. You are in Morovia. You're not working there right now. That we have to make the language simple. You know, it's not a technical aspect of it, but the operation of the place were closed because foreign direct investment go with trade and foreign exchange. In as much as the people cannot function, so you have to temporarily close it. The operation of it. They got the license still moving. And you know, that's why we are entitled to what we've been speaking about. And that's why when you went to the place there at the meeting the other day, some of the information, good information you were giving, but the noise. So that's why we needed a committee for those of all of us that have ideas. So we'll sit down, put it to work. You were on the ground. You were working directly with Pudu IO. You know, so, and you know, so the operation, I'm speaking about the operation, because when you say open, when they go to Tiamantown now, they will not see the machine then moving. You say you lie. That's the operation I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
I have one last question for you. Very sensitive. Oh,
wait. Let me ask the second question, then we'll be done with him.
Yeah.
Another question. I do understand before Pudu IO closed 2014, 2015, these operations stopped the process of construction. They have expended something around 250 million plus. And I showed between that time to this time, additional 10 million or so have been spent. It's not that the company that is about to acquire the license from Silver Star going to pay that money to Silver Star because it's not operation, or there is a new deal that a smaller amount will be paid to Silver Star.
Okay, so there is no, if you look at the MDA, it did not say that when you owe the people, their corporate social corporate responsibility or corporate social responsibility, you can waive some and do like this. In terms of equity, it's clear in the deal. So I don't have the evidence that they have spent over 200 million. I don't have that evidence. I have the evidence that the exploration, they did 30 million from with Ora Africa. Then another area with government payments, because it's spread out in there, they spend as far as $7 to $8 million with government. They spend as far as 3.7 million with us. They spend in other areas. So if you calculate all of them, and then they
let the man finish now. Let the senator end.
Yeah. Okay.
Just go on the web, pull down information on Pudu IO.
Yeah.
The project, the project changed 2 times before it got to Silver Star. It was first with Richard Togov and his group, who sold it to.
I said it.
For $122 million. $122 million that Silver Star outlay were acquired the rights for Ora.
Okay.
And because
I'm aware. I stated all of that. The Mano River Iron Ore was the parent company.
So go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, the man, I said that maybe you just join us because I said everything. I said the Mano River Iron Ore Limited was the parent company. The executing company was Putu Iron Ore Mining. And if you look at the MDA on page 8, you will see it right there. I also spoke about the Liberca holding as the owner, but it is not Liberca that signed agreement with government. It was both Putu Iron Ore Mining and the Mano River Iron Ore Limited. They signed the agreement, the MDA, in 2010. They signed it with the government of Liberia. So I do agree that the Mano River Iron Ore was fronting and a normal. Sometimes they form conglomerates. A normal. Sometimes they form subsidiaries. A normal. But those who hold the highest share have the controlling, and that is Silver Star. I said that Silver Star has 77.03%. I think I said that, Prince.
Yeah, we heard that. I wrote it down here. 73%. So thank you very much, brother from Liberia.
Thank you. Whatever, we need to meet, my man. Thank you very much, my man. Yeah.
So Princess, you want to ask a question so we can let it honorable go?
Tired tonight.
Yeah.
No, I'm not tired though. So you let move. Our people need to know. Yeah. Our people need to know.
They do. And I have one question for you. It might not sound right, but maybe you have the interest of coming back. So let me just ask you this. One question.
Well, I think I answered the question just now.
Or what I want to talk about ain't coming back, ain't going from, ain't coming from. Yeah, one did it.
But Prince, didn't I answer the question?
But you don't know the question that lady want ask. Let the lady ask the question.
Okay. No. I'm not preventing her. I mean, she been very on point.
Yeah, she got tough questions, and she tried.
She been very on point tonight. She been very, very on point. And one of the questions she asked me about the Nice Doe and Samuel Doe thing, it was emotional though. Yeah, I did my best to explain. Yeah.
You did great, late President Doe and the late former First Lady. I mean, you brought to Benji. So we're thinking maybe Bwaga Mana even, think of doing that. And through you,
I did what I was supposed to do to get it done. In fact, our own people were undermining it. They stood in our midst. You call Mami and Asha in our midst and they said, "It more cancer." We spent 7 hours, 45 minutes with the president. They said, "No, you cancel the burial thing."
Who our own people?
Hey, my Prince, please leave me alone, ba. You know that those kind of sensational things are the ones that Prince is looking for from me tonight.
Doing your service as a senator, people were saying you were sharing private, information because you were very close to the president, Sally. So you were.
They say I was sharing information.
Let me learn.
Yeah. Go ahead.
During your time, they said you were very close to President Sally.
Correct.
So you were sharing some private information about your fellow senators with her. So what do you have to say of those who accuse you of doing that?
Oh, okay. Simple. You know what they did? Ellen did not favor me to be the president pro tempore. Because when I went for support, she said, "No, I'm supporting Clayton Watterson because he come from my party." I said, "Okay, good." When I won the election, I put all the Crown people together, including Alfonso Gay, including the late Siwa Boone, including Troll Bagay, including Omer Barbara, everybody. I carried them to Ellen House. And I said, "Madam President, although you didn't support me, I come to work with you." She said, "Okay, no problem." The first thing that she brought is to change Samuel Kanye Sport Complex and make it with William Aratobo Sport Complex. I said, no, it cannot happen. She said, why? I'm telling you where the fight came from. So when she said, why? I said, no. The first thing when it comes to football in the country, that's Samuel Doe. Because he was on a football field. He carried Lone Star to Brazil. He went 1982. They passed a regulation. It was labeled youth and sports. He took it from there. He said youth and sports. Liberia almost went to World Cup. So the only thing, he provided motivation. He gave land. He gave money. The only thing is to give him that credit. And you know, after the war, they don't want anything to be named after Samuel Doe. I just want to be honest. That one was a standstill for almost 3 months. And then, with the help of Edwin Snow and others, because he was speaker, and then they left it. That's how you have this Samuel Kanye Sport complex today. It would have been Richard Aratobo. In fact, they changed shuffling to Edward Bayan Kesseli. The hospital interpreter was Jackson Fiado. I think you know the story.
Mm-hmm.
We stood up. The second thing again was they put iron off. I told you that 4 issues for 2.5 months. We stood up on the issue. And to a certain point, she said that I said, don't want to cooperate. And then majority got to take the lead. When she was going to Grand Jury to inspect, she said, although you won't cooperate with me, I'm president, can't go with me. And we went to Diamantan. Look, a lot of things happen. You know, in the legislature, when people say when you're in the legislature, you're not supposed to know about that law. Not because they were not written in blue and white. But why is it that they got committee on banking? If you don't know anything, then you will be chairman on banking?
No.
Why is it that they got committee on public accounts? The former finance minister, Amara Kone, is chairman of public accounts. Why is it they got ways and means? Ways and means is about budgeting. You must understand economics.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it that they get committee on health? If you don't know anything about medical, they will say can be chairman. Peter Coleman then was chairman of health because they were minister of health. Diplomats are minister of foreign, chair on foreign affairs. Chair on executive is when somebody comes from your party so that you'll be able to relate to the president. So I'm saying this to say that the legislature, when you take it for granted and you just place people there, the result of it, it will be your own confusion and your own chaos. Because other people talking, you sleeping. And you know the story. So that's why it is. That's why it is. Yeah. So one has to think. In the legislature, you must have the international connection.
Yeah. Honorable, before we leave you, the last question I've written down here came from UK. And it is alleged that this is an allegation. It's not true. These are things we heard when you're coming from Grand Jury County. And there was a warrant. There was a warrant on the head of Veronica Mami Doe to have her arrested.
Of course.
She was. This is the allegation against that she passed through Guinea to leave the Republic of Liberia. It's how true
I don't want to confirm where she passed.
How true is that? These are
we were doing the burial. We were doing the burial, and we got the alert, and we saw the alert that there was an arrest order on her. And what we did was, as people were burying, if you watch the video, you saw me. I was standing all throughout. I did not sit down. I was arranging for her to get out. They thought she was going to spend 2 or 3 days in Zwedru. But immediately after the burial, I told her, don't go back to the hotel. Just take the road now. And I signed her with 15 motorbikes with three persons on each motorbike to take her to Sesta River. So after about 4 or 5 hours after the burial, Mommy was already in Nima. And she did not go back to where she was stopping in a hotel or a guest house or somewhere, after when she hit Monrovia. No, if she had done that, she's still in Liberia. It's too emotional though.
Yeah.
But that Samuel Doe children, we are doing it too. That Samuel Doe children, that we are doing it too. We think we have the power. That's why we are doing it to Samuel Doe children. Anyway, this is where I can stop for now.
So this okay. So it is being confirmed by you because I heard that story that she was supposed to be arrested at a particular day, the day the burial. After the burial, right there, she was to be arrested and taken over the Justice Ministry or wherever charged her with making some statements against some individuals. So thank
Correct.
you for speaking to
The
that.
civil law court. The civil law court.
I thought it was a joke.
Yeah, thank you for
No,
speaking.
it was not a joke. I have to arrange to get her out of Swedru. I did. Don't regret it. Tell her this, she's supposed to be in Liberia without going anywhere.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I mean, James City. James City question here. James City. I don't know if you know Mr. James City, but James City, because who are doing this?
Well, Prince, I can't call names here. Leaders don't deal with personality, they deal with issues.
The honorable man is an ambassador. He's not going to call names here tonight.
Whether you like it or not, Samuel Doe is not living. Whether you like it or not, Samuel Doe is not living. John G. Ramsey is not living. I'm the former president pro tempore living from Grand Jida County. So I have the experience, I have the knowledge, I have the capacity to guide this Crown Nation.
And what you did that day in Zwedru last year.
Correct.
On that Friday.
Correct.
Have your niece taking out of Nigeria County.
Correct.
You ready to try to nail? It's very late to you, right?
No, I'm okay. So long it concerns the Crown Nation, for them to understand, for them to get the message.
Is the warrant still waiting for her? So anytime she enters,
yes,
arrested.
Of course, there's no statute of limitation on civil, procedures.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, statute of limitation. No statute of limitation. But I would say no. They told him. Everybody knows. Yeah, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Oh, Prince, you know the story, man. You know the story.
I didn't know they want to arrest the lady. I didn't know that. I heard it. I was shocked. I said, "What the heck you want to arrest the lady for?" But again, thank you for coming.
Power corrupts. Power corrupts.
Yeah, I understand. We'll continue to call you, Honorable, to give us information, especially on Aputu Mountain and your experience with the Liberian Grand Jida and the international community. When we want your advice, we hope that you will not turn us down. You will call, you'll come on this day and speak to your people and tell them. What did you explain tonight about the Putu Bounty, about how much people are supposed to get, how many county get? This is an eye opener for all, according to Zaru Dawa. 19,800, 19 million, 800,000. That's a lot of money. It can build our people. It can, it can do a lot of things over there. But the first stage of the money that went over there, Honorable, we don't even know how that money got in that place. Peter Soro and you say what? Well, Bullet, but and what's the other guy name? Chris Billet.
I don't know what you want to say, so I will not call anybody any.
No, they were the leaders that time for the county. For the money drop, we need to know how the money was used. That's a lot of money, though, Princess. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Man, that's a lot of 19 million, 19 million, 800,000 and $3 million dropping people jumping over the county, and then you go to Putu, you go to Tieni, and you see the town.
Yamantown.
You see the town that they Prince Japan.
I'm your Guano Gage Nakiam.
And the guy in the black shirt, like Bowen, man. It goes into that town.
My man. You're looking for bubble people all over the place.
Man, I got Bobo living in the town with me, so I find them all the time. I just telling you that the man who went to do the job, when we showing him video go to there. That's my Dodi. So he may
I-
ought to see this town.
Bobo.
All here, we're not going to see the town, but he may ought to see the town. Yesterday, the man dropped it. You know what I mean? Where you the man here, where you then he drove to that place.
Family.
He my Dodi. So I got to.
Oh my God.
Trying to carry the body to Tucson from the football field. That Jane City, you know Jane City?
I should.
About it.
He said that net, they were wanting to steal the bodies and take the bodies to Tucson. They were wanting to carry Tucson. And they said they carried it, anything they carry to Tucson, it can't come back.
Leaders guide nations against collapse.
You see the other Tucson, man, every day. He said, I'm going to lead it to Bao Pueblo. Bao Pueblo, I'm going to then he said, I can't lead it Pueblo. I will leave Bao Pueblo.
I saw you when I brought you.
Gene said he wanted to know who wanted to tell the bodies.
Well, when you want to know, you will know. Because it was in the public.
He won't know from you to now.
Conversations got limit.
Yeah, Megan to all.
I always look at issues. I don't look at personality.
Eric Costa said, Megan to all.
Megan to all.
So
one of law make all the all to now.
But Lord,
we want the law make all the all to now.
Oh no, but you know that's why I say I'm guided. I'm a diplomat, and I know how to send a signal to you. If you don't get it,
you see the particular picture, Honorable?
Yeah.
You see my hat in the woman hand? That print double hat over there.
You left the hat there, Prince.
That particular, no, yeah, with me. But let me tell you one thing. The people in Tucson, the woman that you see here, and the other lady behind her, the people in Tucson no print double.
Good.
I reached to the border there. I met 2 women that day. And then my friend with a blue hat, I said a Grierson, a chairman, the red hat at me. He's from England. So when we reached to the border, we saw those women. That sign I said Tucson, go so or going to red or left or whatever. When we reached there, that man, when we got down to take picture down there to enter Tucson, this man said, he and the woman are talking, he said, oh, you're from Tucson? The woman said, yeah. He said he's a chairman. He told the boy that he chair, I think for Kumastan, a man from the big Bonekin on the road. So we were lecturing. Then for me to show my mother, I know I did. I told the woman, I said, I couldn't man. I said, I'm from Kunemo, I'm from Seibo, I'm a Kunemo man. Then the woman who told my heart, the woman came to me, the woman said, you who? I said, I Kunemo man. The woman said, you sure you Kunemo man? I said, yeah, I Kunemo, I'm from Seibo. Then I started speaking Kunemo. The woman, yeah, she jabbed my hat from my head. Then I told the woman, I said, get my hat. Then the guy was driving for her, my picking for a couple guy, my brother-in-law. And then Gio Griana, the guy with the red hat. The guy said, you can't rush on the woman to take your hat from the woman like Lodi. You got to drive the woman. So now we start begging the woman to. We talk to the woman said, no. My man Gio brought $10. He gave the woman said, no. She dropped behind. Then her friend now standing behind the woman said, don't get it. Then I said, oh, my hold it 20 and give my hat, baby. Then she gave my I would joke.
US, that's a big money.
But the woman was using traditional me. I didn't know. Until she used now I know now when I go to Bowo, I will not be telling the poor, I will not be getting poor and telling the poor I couldn't go because the poor take.
No, you must be looking for Bowo. What a place.
So Prince.
They'll get it the last time they'll get it the 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh. The honorable internet going off, but when we're getting the time to conclude.
No, they meant they well. Since I'm not 6 p.m. your time or 7 p.m. your time. They met day well tonight for you to be on that long.
Yeah, well, y'all getting your time to conclude, and yeah,
Uh,
and oh man.
are you there?
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah.
honorable. We'll get
Okay,
your
very
time to
good.
conclude. Yeah, conclude. But I just
Yeah.
gained my experience with my Dodi.
Yeah. That's a good thing to do.
When I told the woman say
That
I print the one, the woman said no. The print the one will know in here in America. So I said, but I don't print double yet. Then she look at me for long. She said, you sure you print? I said, I'm the print double. She said, okay. Now I want to check my heart from my
okay. So Prince, let
you
me.
say you want to talk to the honorable man?
Oh, me?
Oh,
Roland Dia.
Oh, wow. Dr. Dia.
You gotta speak out loud. But speak out, my man.
yeah.
Good evening to Prince and Princess. How are you, Mr. Ambassador?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you. I'm doing good.
Thank you, CM brother. And then,
Yeah.
while you completed your PhD with University of Phoenix, right? Because I saw your name, said you tell you were doing your dissertation.
No, I didn't complete it from there. I did a transfer afterwards.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I was.
Yeah, I did some work there. I went 1.5 years with Phoenix in Arizona. I did 1.5 years with Phoenix in Arizona.
Exactly. So,
Yeah. You follow me for true. You follow me. I even did few residency with Temple University too in Philip.
Exactly. So when you like, it's like at the University of Arizona here, right? Back in the 80s, we had it over there called Nyanu. He did, I think, civil engineering. I saw his name in that too. So it's not like I'm passing around researching our people, but when you see some.
No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing, brother. It's a very good thing.
I thought you John Martin Colley.
No.
I must say, I'm a young scholar now from Grand County, so.
Thank you. Congratulations. And that's a good thing.
In French, we say devancier. When you see a devancier, you have to respect them, and then because more people don't know.
Thank you.
They're passing around looking for jobs, so I just want to say congratulations.
So you speak French?
Yeah, I do speak French.
They begin one to school. In Arico. He speak better French than me, but he telling people say he can speak more French.
Vous parlez français?
The man I speak jamais French.
No, man. He speak better French.
The man speak Cocody French. A plateau.
No, but Cocody French, then I go French now. Yeah, you don't say the man speaking French from you don't say the man speaking French from Yepougon. You say Cocody.
So we are in Yepougon. Let's speak good French.
You say the best speaking French from continent in Yepougon.
From Kute.
Yeah.
Prince, we usually tell people we speak the real Shakespeare. We speak Shakespeare and Molière. Molière are French and Shakespeare are English. So,
That's it.
I just want to say thank you for the knowledge. Some of us, we grew up over there. We grew up and we came to the United States, and then the whole thing about Jamastan. I was in Jamastan. I went there. I was so devastated. I was Grand Crew stopped by. I saw the place. I said, "Wow, do we have a mining company here?" And people are leveraging in it. I just want to say thank you for the knowledge. Most of the time, come on and impact the knowledge into our people. That's good. That's what some of us we need. We cannot pretend to know all. Some of us we know our history a lot. And
You're right.
The Mayans, most of the time they will bring that people on and that people will explain. This is not about politics.
No.
We can learn, and tomorrow some of we will be able to take on the relay. Before I end, Princess or my sister, I know most of the time people they don't do research and they like to just say things, especially with the Liberians. I know some we say, "Oh, Costa came out and said, man can say, oh, Costa he's a economic fraud, he's a plagiarist." The man who said man can say, oh, it was the late President Siaka Stephen Osebelion. When
Oh, I see.
Canyon sent Minister Bowley to Sierra Leone for some negotiation, and Siaka Stephen told Minister Bowley that my son, go tell my son to go that when man says son, he can leave son. Man can do all.
Okay.
Start listening to that and contact him all around. Yeah. So let's do our research as Liberians. We can just be
Yeah.
we are not academically powerful. Like Costa is not. Costa and John went to school, they came to America, but Costa they are not powerful, you know. So we can be quoting before you quote somebody, you need to give the person the proper credit. So they need to give to Siaka Stephen because it was the former minister, this former councilman George Foley who quoted Siaka Stephen. So I just want to end there. Thank you very much for taking me.
Thank you.
And I look forward to all the time coming in to engage our senior comrades. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. I know Prince. Prince, please give my number, my WhatsApp number to him. And I mean, these are people that we need, for all of us to share ideas, the ideas that will help our people. So I'm so impressed with his own presentation. To say thank you very, very much for affording me the opportunity to sit on your platform, Prince. And as a matter of recap, yes, the MDA that was signed into law in 2010, September 9, that MDA still stands up to 2035. So the change of custody we're talking about now, the company that has already signed memorandum of agreement with the government of Liberia, they call it AMR, which is the African Metallic Resources, that signed the agreement. We anticipate that, in the course of 6 to 1 year, it will be able to commence activities, and we need the best brains to come and for all of us to get together and look at our side of the composition, our side of the issues to present. So we should not worry about their side. We should worry about our side in as much as we got a law that protects us. So let's do that. So as a result of that, if in the presentation, since 2 hours and 3 hours and 22 minutes presentation I made, if I've injured anybody knowingly or unknowingly, I apologize, and I regret that. But it was due to the seriousness of my presentation, the enthusiasm for the people of Nigeria to listen to me on these issues. In every given situation, as some of our brothers have said, those who are knowledgeable, when the time comes, you call on them. So long they come from where you come from, they are your property. You call on them and say, can I explain this thing here? So we'll move forward. And, collaborative minds will help the process for all of us to achieve our desired result. So all of us should now encourage the government that let AMR, you already signed document, don't hold it, because the time is fast spent. Look at almost 15 years, no operation. So we want Pudu Iron Ore to open. So as a result of that, we don't care who AMR, where they come from. We know that they are a conglomerate. They will bring other companies along. But then the issues that we have that can meet the present day realities, we'll sit with them and all of us and suggest and then seek the compliance mechanism to make sure that they comply to exactly what we have in the MDA. So I will want to thank you. I'm available. The only thing here is that we are still in the academia. So you see me at evening hours. I will be at the AMU graduate school. Teach economic finance, international relations, public policy, and all of that. That's why I teach. So, so that's why it is. But I'm available. So I will thank you. And please don't hesitate to share my numbers with any of the people Prince. And then let them be able to call me. Anything that they want for me to explain, the knowledge that I have for it, I will give it. And the knowledge they have to, we can all share and then make sure that we move the country forward. Sometimes when you have limited information, you have doubts, you have big criticisms. But when the information is put before you now, then you know how to proceed. So I will say thank you very much. Thank you, Princess. You also did well. Although some of your questions you withdrew them, but I think we will meet again. And then I saw Prince that Sunday meeting at the church, but then he came closer to me. Then he turned around and went back in the midst of people and sat down. And when the meeting ended, and and the meeting ended.
I wanted to observe. I didn't go a question. I go observe and see how people ask questions.
Yeah. But you see, that's what Charlie Yoka was saying. That meeting was intended to make our people to understand. But the noise, and secondly, they say each person 1 minute. When 1 minute, what will you explain to people? Yeah. So that's why we didn't get most of the information that was required. But
when they're doing this meeting, they have to have government official, past leaders, neutral people. They got pretty brilliant people in the university, like bro, who can moderate those things. So you have a common superintendent saying not doing it, it's gonna cost a lot of trouble, But next time, I think they need to learn from that, and we self too can tell them that neutral guys can do that. You got plenty of guys from the university, put from the areas, can moderate the thing, be the MC, be this to do that. But anyway, thank you, Honorable. Thank you very much for coming on. We'll call you anytime to talk to your people. We hope to do this in the daytime where we're going to have more lights around the area. Thank you very much.
You already know the clothes. You already know the clothes I wear, so there's no need. You went 1 hour 45 minutes with the clothes I wear, so we have gone 3 hours and 26 minutes. So I think it's enough. And then I say thank you very much for giving me the platform. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Honorable. Thank you very much.
Good night. Good night. Good morning. Good night.
Yeah, thank God. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you.
So that's the Honorable there. He came out here 3 hours and 26 minutes. He was not afraid to answer questions. People call in and ask the questions. He explained himself, and he did a lot of talking tonight, giving knowledge, because he was there when those things were signed. We need more of them that were there. I remember that day when I went to the meeting. They had a meeting though that meeting was canceled, but it was scheduled. We went there that day at how you call it, this guy, man, Grady Addison School, out of Barrick, the BTC Barrick. So we went in there, and the former superintendent, senator from Grand Gire, Sano, or wherever he was there, I saw him that day. I saw Honorable George Dwyer. I saw a lot of guys there. I went with my cousin Sherry and Katie Sherman. We went that day. She told me about the meeting. I didn't even know I was sitting there. It was 2010. She said, "Oh, they have a meeting. Let's go there." I drove there. Running around the town market area. And the meeting was canceled because I think the Honorable had to go somewhere that day to call him. And he had to go, so the meeting. He called the meeting, so the meeting was postponed. But there was a tension in there. There were people arguing. This is my first time going more ground people since the war. I was just watching, and the next, and they were just arguing everywhere. That the contract was not okay. This not in there. And I remember the question where Honorable Dwyer asked the people that he said the guys will build roads. They said that the city will build roads. What kind of roads they're going to build? How many miles? How quota dust? They got going to pass something, and I was in the back. I was listening. But these things they need to be done most of the time where people will discuss these things. Look at it. Look, you want to tell me? Let me see other place here. You want to tell me the people going to go to Grand Gire County and go to that kind of place? They're talking about billion. They're talking about million money. And you see the kind of building the people living in, they sing the kind of more houses. Look at the old man. She will not eat some of the money until she go call her. Look at the people. Look at the houses. But when you get the money not coming from the place, when you get the money, and when leaders will sit in Monroe, they don't even go to these places to see the people area, how the people live. And they say they negotiate in Monroe. I heard they say Kanyo Bara is on the Sunday. When they go to these places to go see what the people going through, how the people living their lives. Look at the town. You're taking millions and billions of dollars from that kind of place. I heard Mr. Goa talking about 12 billion in the B. In the B. In the B. You know what? Then when that one when you use some of the water and they say open a room there. What you call room? This is not room. You use water now so the people can understand and do the right thing. $1 billion and these guys are sitting in Monroe and wear coat suit, get a coat suit, I wear to them and discuss the issue and I don't even know why going over there. Rufus and Mr. Dinya, you guys are from Bowo 2 zone. We're discussing Grand today. Let us be safer tonight and stop using your voice. You guys are brothers. Go Kana, you guys are brothers. Yeah, stop using some words that will, hurt other people's feelings and this. But that's look. You want to tell me? Look at this place.
Use a ball.
The place of people. 20. It's still go back Monrovia. But now the way they get it, information company coming back to start engaging room.
You want to start engaging room? So the market is a bit bigger than this or like high ben?
Like high ben, population a little bit. If you block me, so be selling all in between. So for the daily company, like party company, no. So we happy. We want company to come.
All right.
Even today, company can you can see people how they jubilate from the down of the town to go. Even for all around Putu now, there you are.
That's all we do.
Actually, I was told that that tree is named after the town. So that's the Tiaman's tree.
Tiaman's tree down there.
Yes.
The big
It's very
out this area as well. The survey on these mountains did as far back as the 1970s. So this is the Tiaman's tree. So the town is named after the tree, or the tree is named after the town. Okay, so the town is named after the tree. So Tiaman tree, so it's huge. It seems that the tree is providing protection for the town because so this tree is huge. This tree is huge, and we're moving to the company.
Now they play what they're taking all the money and play from. Look at the people living in the places. But this is it, gentlemen. That's how we're going to do it for tonight. We're going to shut it up tomorrow. Again, we're going to have another show tomorrow and talk about. I'll show most of this. I will show the people. The people need to know these things. This is where they're going to
reactivated. You see a lot of movements here. You see a lot of vehicles. You see a lot of activities happening. The place is quiet.
They're going to take a lot of resources from that area, but then the place they're going to take resources from, the place is very deployable.
Yeah, as we speak.
So how are we going to do it tonight? Deplorable neighborhood, people living in poverty. Yeah. But that's where they're taking a lot of resources from. They take it to the Sino port and they export it. They take it out of the country. People living in those kind of things. Thank God for every one of us. We'll continue to speak. We can sit here in our homes and speak on these things. We'll continue to do it. We'll raise their land. God bless everybody, and God bless all of us. Good night.